Okay, so we're live, and we're going to play some Swords and Wizardry Complete. We're running the module No Country for Weak Men. Cover it from dawnrazor. So this is kind of a short module set in the Silent Valley, which is kind of a deserted-ish frozen valley. There's kind of a Viking-esque vibe around the area, but to the kind of the east and to the north of this valley, there's populations. But this part is considered somewhat haunted-ish. Most people don't go through it, but you guys happen to have been on an expedition with some rather wealthy people who insisted on heading in this direction, even though you warned them against it. And after a terrible, terrible storm, most of the people have been lost to the weather, and you've sought refuge in a cave, essentially. And you've been here for a couple of days. You're kind of got your basic supplies with you that are running low. You've probably you've got a couple of horses that you kind of dragged into the cave with you, but they're looking more like food right now than they are any means of getting out of there. And as you're in this cave for a few days, I guess we'll introduce the characters. And if you could also write in the chat your character's name and class and their AC, so I know. And I guess I'll go with my left. So Crystal.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm playing Diana, or Sister Dia, as most people call her. She's a monk who comes from the Temple of the Cerulean Reeves, which is a temple that is hidden in the midst of these reeves in the middle of this like ocean area. She was out on this expedition as part of her spiritual journey to become stronger and eventually become a defender of the temple itself. And while her temple typically preaches like a balance between nature, of like a balance between good and evil, she tends to have this kind of thing about her to tend to want to do good more, and so like it's kind of a conflict for her on that front.
Awesome. Okay, so Tony?
I'm going to be playing Ansfred the Grey Hood, druid. He's about 5'9", very heavy-set, older male, with his flowing white hair that drapes across through his shoulders and cascades down, partially down, halfway down his back. And then he has this big, huge beard that just covers his face and covers down the first part of his chest area. And that is pretty much right now Ansfred the Grey Hood as he sits there holding his spear, looking at the ground.
Okay, and Marcus, who are you playing today?
I am playing Tom. He's a 5th level ranger. He is, of course, lawful alignment. He's a pretty good fellow. He's about average height, average weight, shaggy brown hair, kind of a thick beard. A bit of an outdoorsman. Carries a short sword and a long bow, as well as a dagger in his boot. And he's wearing leather armor, as well as a hooded cloak. And the hood's probably not on right now.
Cool. So you actually all have, I guess, backup characters too that we'll just say are there, but they're kind of gathering supplies or whatever while this is going on, unless they are needed. So as you're kind of digging around in the back of this cave, because you've been here for 2 days and you've been chipping away at the icicles and stuff to melt it so you can have something to drink, you actually come across what appears to be a body, and you kind of brush some snow away from it, and you see a let's see. Well-preserved human remains hidden under a wool blanket. Okay, so it has a wool blanket over top of it. So you kind of see this blanket. You wipe the snow away, you pull it back, and you see there is a body. It's a clearly a northerner. He's wearing leather armor. He's got it doesn't have much else with him. He's basically just got On first glance, he's not like doesn't have a backpack or anything. He had this wool blanket over him. He's got what is now a rusted spear kind of next to him, and he's kind of laying slumped over, kind of half face down as you see him. What would you like to do?
So he's laying half face.
Can I tell how long he's been dead?
You know that the clothing style looks pretty old, but he's pretty well preserved, so you can't really tell. He doesn't look like he's been dead very long, but it wouldn't make sense for him to not have been dead for a while, considering that the spear is rusted and the clothing style is very old. Yeah. But he's more or less face down. He's kind of like on his side, like you know it's a man because he's got a beard, but he's not like you can't see much of him unless you want to move the body around.
Oh, it could be a dwarf. Perhaps preserve this man. His clothing seems to be.
Yeah, I'll go. Look at him. See if there's anything. Being an outdoorsman or ranger, if I would notice, perhaps what killed him.
Sure. So you turn him over, and you can see that he's quite thin.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem to have any kind of wounds on him, but he may have just died from the blanket that he had on him was not very thick. Perhaps he was trapped here. He is not like mangled or anything, but when you do turn him over, roll a d6 for me.
All right. A 3.
Good. Okay, so you roll him over, and you see that as you turn him, he has around his neck on like a leather thong an amulet kind of. It's in the shape of a cross around his neck.
Ooh, I'll say, he's quite thin, probably starved or something out here. But look at this. He's wearing this cross amulet.
It's made out of
the stone amulet. Oh no, this one. And I'll kind of lift it up. I'm not going to take it off of his neck just yet, but I'll kind of hold it up off his neck for everyone to see.
Cool. So it kind of looks like this.
Nice. Okay.
So it's got some shape to it. It's not just a plain thing. It's in the shape of a cross, roughly.
Do either of you recognize this? I've never seen it.
Ansford would come up and squint, older eyes, and I guess roll intelligence, Daniel, to see if I've seen it before.
Yeah, see if you can see. Being a druid, you might.
Hey, I've passed 8 out of 10.
Cool. Yeah, so you recognize it as kind of a symbol that is very old, no longer really associated with anybody around here anymore. It's from a tribe that kind of, and this is semi-myth. You've mostly seen maybe like drawings, rough drawings of a similar thing. You've never actually seen this symbol before, of like an ancient kingdom, basically. But much more ancient than this guy should be, probably.
And as I'm fixing to tell the party that, I kind of go, and I'm going to reach down and also pick up this old spear that he's holding and give it a twirl. Is it usable or?
It would be. There's a good chance it might break upon use, but yeah, you could use it. The handle seems fine, but the tip of it is kind of rusty. But it's not completely useful.
Oh wow, you're breaking up real bad on me. Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, so
you broke up real bad. I don't know if it was just on me or the rest of them too.
I think it might just be you. I'll try again. The spear itself, the shaft of it is fine. The pointy part, the spear part of it is rusted, but it's usable.
Okay, so
okay. I'm going to reload because it's freezing up on me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Nice. So, which part was usable? You said the handle. Yeah,
it's basically the shaft of it is like a hard wood. It's probably even harder than you would expect it to be because the wood is kind of instead of rotting because it's been in the exposed to the cold elements, it's kind of almost petrified a little bit. And but the spear part of it, the actual pointy part, the iron of it is
It's like rusted or something.
Rusted, yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, if you two don't mind, I'll take that. I mean, I normally stick to my fist, so if this thing breaks, I still have, my fist to rely on.
Yeah, have at it. Could be useful.
Cool.
Damage that like a normal spear would do?
That's a spear. Does whatever a spear does. It's a If you attack with it and do a certain amount of damage, if you roll either 4 or 5 or 6, it's going to break.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a staff.
Exactly. Is Tony back? I can't tell. He looks like he's frozen. Oh,
I don't think so.
now he's become a pitcher.
Yeah, it might just be his internet. I mean, he just got it quote unquote fixed today, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. While he's figuring that out, you guys both roll a d6 for me.
3.
Okay. 5.
Okay, so Diana sees as you're kind of looking around, maybe you're picking up a spear and getting a feel for it, whatever. You kind of get close to the wall. You see actually a kind of a triangular opening in the stone wall. It's kind of like there's like stones jutting out, and you kind of lean forward, pick up the spear, and you realize that if you kind of went around the stone, there's like a triangular opening that you could like crawl into, it basically like a cave.
And you can feel look at that. I can feel some like air coming out.
Air coming out of it, yeah.
Okay. So I kind of put up my hand and like just kind of like I have my hand sort of like wrapped up, but like I can feel the air like between my fingers, and I'm like, oh hey, look back here. There's seems to be a passageway. Should I maybe try to sneak through and see if I can find something? Or sneaking maybe more of your expertise.
Well, I'm a little bit better in the brush, I think. Not terribly sneaky myself, but
I'll attempt to move silently up a ways and see what I can see.
Nice.
Okay. Well, it's only a 3-foot opening, so you're gonna have to crawl like on your belly to go through like kind of. And if you won't be able to take like a backpack or anything on, you'll have to basically strip down to just like, if you assuming you have a backpack, you won't be able to like wear it when you go through. You'll have to either push it in front of you or drag it behind you.
Okay, I take my backpack off and my newly acquired spear and hand it to my ranger friend to hold for me. And can I attempt to move silently as I crawl through?
Sure.
Okay, I have 40% on that. I don't know if you roll or I roll.
I'll roll for 40%. Yeah, so you're pretty quiet as you work your way through. It's a kind of a natural cavern type thing where it's a little bit. You probably even scratch your arms up a little bit crawling through. It's not like a really built out. It's not stone built out. It's kind of a natural cavern. And as you crawl through probably like 15, 20, 30 feet, you start to come through and you see that it widens out, and you could actually probably stand up depending on how tall you are. Inside, it's almost 6 feet tall, and you're in kind of a heads forward like another. Although you don't have a torch or anything, you can't see in the dark. So, but let's just say you're crawling forward and you're feeling around. You feel that the roof gets taller, and you get up. You move forward like another 10 feet or so, and it feels like it ends at a wall.
Okay.
And this wall feels like flat, so it feels a little bit different. But you'll have to like somehow bring light in here if you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna crawl back out, and I'm gonna say, and when I crawl back out, I'm gonna say, like, it doesn't feel like a really big area back there, but there's a really flat wall. Like, I mean, this is just speculation, but it's possible that there's some kind of man-made wall back there. I mean, it's a lot flatter than what a natural surface would feel like, in my opinion.
That's really quite peculiar. Do you think it warrants investigation?
It could. Let me take a torch back there this time.
Yes. Do you need one? I have a few in my bag.
Yeah, I have some in my bag as well. I'm going to open up my bag that he's holding for me and pull out a torch and light it with my flint and steel,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna crawl back through again.
All right. Yeah. So you know, with some difficulty, but not impossible to kind of crawl with the torch in front of you. You get same thing. You crawl through. You don't really. It doesn't seems like a very natural wood cavern, natural stone cavern. And then eventually it opens up, and you can see that it gets tall-ish, almost 6 feet tall. So you can probably stand up, but it's still very narrow. And you can see right in front of you that there is clearly a flat stone wall that looks man-made. And roll d6 for me.
Okay. 5 that time.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem though that it's any kind of an entrance. It actually seems more like maybe there's a structure on the other side, and you're just seeing the wall of it.
Okay. I'm gonna call back. I'm just gonna crawl under the tunnel, like, "Hey, Thumb, there's a wall back here. It doesn't look like or anything, but I could swear that there's a structure on the other side. Maybe you can come through now."
Yes. Well, perhaps we should try to get through it.
Okay. So again, you're gonna have to crawl on your belly to get through the thing. Not really be able to take much with you, unless you figure out a way to bring stuff. But if you want to crawl through and look at it first, you can do that. It's a pretty small space, so.
Try pushing the backpacks in front of you, and I'll see if I can grab them on the other side.
Yes, that's a good idea. I do have rope as well if we need perhaps tie anything and pull it through. But I'll start by just crawling and having the backpacks pushed.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to do that. How strong are you?
How strong am I? 13 strength.
Oh yeah. Nobody has anything crazy in their backpack, right? It's pretty much normal stuff.
Yeah, no, I got grappling hooks, some rations, water skin, some iron spikes, and a rope.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing I have.
Cool.
And a bedroll, which I think I would have just had attached to my back, like under the backpack, but I'll take it off or whatever.
Yeah, to get it through. And obviously you don't have the rations because you do them. Right. So you're able to push through, and you're in kind of a tight space. It is almost 6 feet tall, so you can kind of stand up, but it's only probably like 4-ish or so feet wide, so you're kind of squeezing around each other. But you can come up to that wall and take a look with the torch. If you want to try to see if you can examine the wall and see what you get, roll a d6.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I got a 6. Ooh.
Okay, so you're looking around, and it seems like it's probably just the backside of a wall, and you're kind of thinking that that's it, and then you notice that in kind of offhand, like you almost turn around to say, "Oh, it's nothing," and you feel with your hand as you kind of reach back a depression, and as you kind of feel it with your fingers, you feel that it's in the shape of a cross. So it makes you kind of warrant looking again. You turn around, you look, and you see that it was pretty well hidden. But there's actually a little depression there. It looks like possibly that cross that the guy was wearing out there would fit.
Okay, so it's about the same size. Yeah, I'll definitely say, Sister Dia, the cross from the dead fellow's neck. I think it would fit in this depression here. Maybe we could give it a try.
Okay.
See what happens.
Didn't we give that to Ansfred? I'm asking out of character.
I think
he's just looking at it out there. He hasn't followed you yet, obviously. So
yeah,
he's out there. You could always say.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl.
Yeah.
Hey, Ansfred, throw that cross down.
Yeah, so he can just pull it off the guy's neck and then toss it into you. Well, it's pretty far, but I'll say you can toss it far enough that you can get to it without having to keep crawling back and forth. So if you get this cross and you were to put it into the area, you hear a kind of a grinding noise, and all of a sudden the door opens in, and it's a door. Even though you don't see any hinges, it's obviously some kind of a magical door. It kind of opens, and you can see past it, and you have your torch. Your torch kind of flickers into the other room, and you can see that it's you're looking into a hallway that's maybe 10 feet or so long. It's kind of a normal width hallway, about 10 foot by 10 foot, and then it opens up into a larger room that you can see most of. It looks like it goes to about another 30 or so feet. That's kind of at the edge of your torch's light. But there's clearly a room in front of you, and the room is, when you opened the door, it's quite cold. As I as I said. And remember, you could feel a little bit of wind before. Now you get like this gust, and it's very musty. Like it smells like somebody hasn't been in here a long time, and it's kind of dusty. You may even sneeze a little bit when the door first opens, with some wind kind of rushing past you guys. Doesn't put your torch out or anything, but you're definitely feeling that air moving where maybe it hadn't been in a long time. Like I say, you're looking down into a room in front of you. Let's see, number 2. Yeah, so it looks like this has got a beyond the door. Everything is worked stone, so it looks like it's man-made.
Interesting.
Interesting. Are there any like? Is there any carvings or anything on the wall that I could look at? And
in this hallway, no. Do you want to walk into the room?
yeah, I'll lead the way for us.
Okay. So you got
I also want to actively check for traps as we're walking down this hall.
Okay. So how are you gonna do that?
I have. Pretty sure I have. I thought I had checked for traps.
Well, yeah, but
Well, I have the thief skills.
no, I understand. But what are you doing?
Okay. I'm looking at the ground in front of me. See if there are any see if there are any pressure plates or anything. Make sure I don't step on anything.
Okay. So you're like slowly stepping forward to make sure that nothing.
Okay. Yeah, kind of like holding the torch down in front of me a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so you move the 10 feet forward, and what's your check for traps, sir?
Is it delicate task that's check for traps, or is it?
No, it should be. Hold
on. I have climb walls, delicate task, hear sounds, hide in shadow, move silently, and open locks.
Delicate tasks and traps. Let's see. That's present a chance used for disabling small mechanical traps. It's also used for picking pockets. It's whether or not there's a mechanism like keyhole can be removed. So it's not for big like floor traps. For that, you just use your regular search, which is a d6. So you would just roll a d6.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh, 6.
Okay. So yeah, so you're going forward. You don't see anything. It's very dusty. You don't see any footprints either in the dust. Like you're clearly like as you're kind of waving the torch down there, looking around for stuff. You're seeing dust move. Doesn't look like anybody's been here in a long time. And you move forward into this room that is, roughly about 30 foot or so square. To your right, which would be the west, there's kind of a little alcove. It's about 5 foot alcove. Directly in front of you, which is south, you see the hallway continues past this room. There's no door or anything, just a hallway. And to the east, on the wall, there's a bronze arm kind of sticking out, not like a person's arm, but like an arm. And you can clearly see that it's some kind of a lever, possibly, as you look at it, because it's kind of sticking out, and you can see that it could easily be lifted up or down. You've seen probably in castles and stuff that they use these to open the portcullises. So you see that on the, I guess, your left side, which is the east at this point. So there's a lever, there's an alcove, and there's a hallway that continues in front of you. The room itself doesn't have any kind of markings. It looks pretty plain.
What's in the alcove there?
So when you go up to the alcove, there's nothing in there. It looks like it might have been where like a statue or something might have been. But there's nothing there now. If you want to roll a d6 for search, see if you can figure out what's on there.
Let's see. 3.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't look like you would imagine that there may have been a statue or something there, but you can't see anything that kind of denotes. So there's no scratches on the floor or anything like that.
Yeah,
it just looks like, you can't tell. But I mean, your knowledge of castles and stuff would probably tell you, or as a ranger, probably not much, that maybe there was something there, but you can't tell what was there.
Okay, interesting. Nothing in the alcove.
Yeah, so you got an alcove.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then there's a path, like I said, going south, and there's a lever kind of thing on the.
I want to go examine. I don't want to on it or anything like that. I want to kind of like look at it and see if I can find any like symbols or anything like that on it first. Any writing around it?
No, there's nothing written on it at all. On the lever,
Yeah.
it's just a lever sticking out of the wall. Like it's very, very simple. It's brass, which is kind of interesting, but it's otherwise it's like it's not adorned in any way.
Hmm.
Either lead to great treasure or great trouble. Myself
Yes.
caring much about. I vote that we leave it alone, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm in no rush to play with that. Perhaps we can come back to it if we feel the need.
All right. So this we think Tony's back, so I'm just going to quickly go over. They found a secret passage in the cave and moved into a room that's roughly 30-foot square. There was on the west wall, there was a 5-foot kind of alcove that seems like maybe there was a statue or something in there at one point, but they couldn't really discern anything more. On the east wall, there's a bronze lever that seems like it could be lifted. It's in the middle position, if that means anything to you guys. It's in what would be the middle position. It looks like you could lift it up or down. It's pretty long. It's about 3 feet long. And to the south, the passage continues.
Okay. Can you hear me okay now?
Yep.
Yep.
South.
Okay. Yep. Hopefully I'm back.
It's that fancy black and white.
Does my new mic sound okay, by the way? Is there any background noise or anything?
No, it sounds fine. I mean, you've dropped a couple of times, but I think that's been no robotic sounds like the past.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds good. We're all kinds of new stuff today. So yeah. So what do you guys want to do? Is there anything you want to do in here, Tony? Since you weren't here before, the ranger looking at the alcove.
No, he would probably just follow. He's going to follow her lead.
Okay. And right now, currently, Sister Dia is holding a torch and that rusted spear. And I'm assuming that Tom has a weapon out or something, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd have my short sword out per se, but I'd have my hand resting on the hilt.
Okay, yeah.
At
You're
least
exploring and looking around. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm nervous, but I'm not terribly. I don't feel threatened or anything yet.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything that seems like it would be.
Yeah, it's more curious, I think. So.
And in this place, like I said, it just smells old, and there's lots of dust.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys want to continue to the south since we're not going to mess with the lever right now?
Yeah, that's my vote at least. I
That
don't
sounds
want
good
to
to me.
trigger anything. Yeah, unless we absolutely must.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to continue down to the south then with those two following in tow.
All right, good. So you're heading down. You head through the rest of the room, and you walk through again like a short hallway, which opens up into another room that's about 30 feet wide. And this room's tremendously long. It's probably about almost 100 feet long. So your torch doesn't quite reach the end. You can kind of see little flickers of like maybe the stone has some mica in it or something. So you see little flickers. You know it keeps going pretty far. But you do notice that immediately on the east wall, about 15 or so feet down, so you see it, is a door. There's a door to the east, or this long hallway continues further than you can see. And this room is, let me just see the room. Oh, actually, when you walk into this room, the walls, because the other room had, like I said, man-made walls for sure. In here, they're definitely nicer. Like they're possibly like dark marble or something. Like they're really smooth looking, and that's why you're seeing reflections further down than you normally would. And every like 2 yards or so on the wall on both sides, you see bronze holders that look like they would be holding torches. I guess they do hold torches, but the torches aren't lit, obviously.
Can we attempt to light those torches?
You sure can if you want.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to light one.
Sure, it lights right up. You definitely notice that it's burning kind of like faster than a torch would normally burn because it's probably a little more dry. 'cause it's old. So it's kind of like you don't think it'll last as long, but it certainly lights up. Yeah, one of them lights up.
Okay.
Did you say
As I head down,
Did you say these torches are in like sconces along the wall?
Yeah, they're on bronze sconces. Yeah. They're probably like maybe like.
Yeah, I guess I would probably try to light one or two up then to kind of help illuminate the area in front of us.
Sure. Yeah, you guys can light the torches in the immediate area, and but in and around that area where the door is, there's going to be a total of probably 3 on each side. So if you light those up, the room is definitely nice and bright now, and you can see that this room is really really finely made. It's probably some kind of an ancient marble structure, a dark marble, and the ceilings are about 15 feet tall, and it heads down, like I said, even further than you can see. It's very long, and this door, and you can see it really well now because you have so much light going on, is a pretty ornately made door. It doesn't have any symbology on it. It's just really well made. You can see it's a really nice, heavy wooden door with bronze, handle and bronze hinges.
would you guys like the door? Or do you want to continue down for now?
Try the door.
All right, I'm going to go up and check the door for traps first. I got a 4.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, it doesn't look like it's trapped or anything. Let me see if it's locked. I don't think it is. Nope, it's not. Okay, yep, you can easily open the door up. It's a heavy door, but it's actually really well made. And while it does probably creak a bit because it's, again, the hinges haven't been opened probably in a really long time, you have no problem opening it up, and there's no trap or anything. You open it and nothing falls on your head. And you're looking into about a 12 to 15 foot square room, and you see beyond that, because your torch obviously lights it further, that there's then like a hall in the center directly across from you. So again, on the east wall, there's basically a hallway, no door or anything, just a hallway that goes off, and it's pretty short because you can see it opens up into another room almost immediately. So it's like basically 2 rooms.
What do you think?
Well, there's a description of the room, so let me just read it for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it just says empty. The description is empty. So yeah, it's a fine room, but there's nothing in it. It's completely empty, aside from the entrance and exits. There's nothing in the room.
My elders used to.
Well,
My elders used to always say, "Good adventurers go left." So I say we continue this way.
Yeah, I'll follow.
well, young lady, you go anywhere you want.
I'm gonna continue along, and you said that's another door or just another room?
So you basically cross this room, which is about 10 or 12 foot spans. There's like basically a short hallway connecting this to another room. The hallway is maybe 5 feet, and then that other room is basically identical. Again, really fine room, but nothing in it. It's pretty much except for the dust. It's pretty much empty. But in this room, there is a door on the south wall. Again, a really finely crafted door.
All right, go up and explore that door.
Okay. So go ahead if you want to check the door. It doesn't seem to be locked or anything. Yeah, you're pretty confident there's no kind of like trap mechanism or anything on it. You're kind of looking at it.
All right, I guess I'll. Well, does it have a keyhole?
No, it's not.
Okay.
This is a really nice handle.
Guess I'll just open it up and have my spear out in front of me. Open it with a torch hand.
Okay. All right. So you open the door up, and it opens up and towards you, and you didn't take the torch, I guess, and shine it into the room, and you can see into the room in front of you, which is the room is a larger room. It's about 15 foot or so deep as you see it, but the total length of it is approximately 30 feet, You're all the ways more or less on the west side of it, though, so it mostly extends to your left. And you're looking in there, and I shall read you. There are 5 skeletons in Norse-style rotting armor here. They've been carefully placed on a raised wooden dais. Okay, so there's 5 statues. Skeletons. They are fully dressed in armor, and yeah, they've got swords and shields, and there's 5 of them, and they're kind of up on a little platform, wooden platform at that. And they're just they got their sword down, and they're like holding their shield in front of them like this, and they've got their heads slightly tilted down. And there are 5 of them.
Does it look like this would be like a tomb or something, like a resting place for them?
Yeah, I mean, as a monk, you'll probably know this could be some kind of a tomb. It looks like possibly this may have been. It's probably not their tomb, they're probably more like defenders of the tomb, because since they're in armor and they're not like laying down and they're standing there, they look like they're on guard. Yeah, and as you're kind of looking in there, you also notice that near the other end of the room, near the east end of the room, on what would be the north wall, so basically the direction you're coming from, but on the other end of the room, there's a door. Otherwise, you don't see any immediate other way out, but you do see these 5 guys in there, just kind of chilling. And again, their armor is very ancient looking. It's also rotted.
I'm like a 5th level adventurer, so I've probably seen skeleton warriors before, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, at least being a monk, I would say I'm going to wager that these guys here are defenders' room. I say we turn bow these guys to continue their rest. At least.
Okay, you broke up there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what little I heard. Yeah, what little I heard of what you say, I would agree is turn back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in no means just getting a fight just yet, so
Okay. So as we leave, I'll close the door behind me.
Cool. Yeah, you close the door. Nothing seems to stir in there except for the dust. And you're standing back in that other room that is that the door is in, which is like about a 12 to 15 foot square room.
So let's go back to the hallway that we were in, where we lit up all those scorns, and then just continue down the long hallway and light up any scorns along the way if we can.
Okay. Yeah, so you head back. No problem. You head back the way you came. It only takes a minute or so to walk back into that hallway, and you can see, though, like I said, the torches are burning pretty quickly, but they're still burning. It's only been maybe 10 minutes. So you kind of walk down little by little, lighting them as you go, lighting up the various torches. So the room's getting nice and bright. And you can see that after about 100 feet or so, the room opens up into, it's more like a hallway. This long, large hallway opens up into a large room that is the shape like an octagon-shaped room. It's about 50 foot square. It's not square, obviously. It's shaped like an octagon. Let's see. The walls are extremely. I said that. So when you look into this part of it, you see that there, in the center of this octagon-shaped room, is a colorful circle of random stones. So, I should say, circle of random colorful stones is probably the better way to say it. So it's a circle of stones on the ground that are colorful, and it doesn't seem to be making any kind of a pattern. It's just random, from what you can tell. It does seem to be, after looking at it for a minute, it does seem to be a series of concentric circles, the colors.
Ansfred, can you make anything out of this?
Yeah, and when he sees this and you say that to him, he steps up and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Yes, young lass, let me see here for just a moment. And his eyes will squint real close together as he closes his eyes finally, and he makes some motions through his hands, and he puts both of his hands out like he's pushing something apart. and I'm casting Detect Magic on this room and these stones.
Cool. All right, good. As you're doing that, I should also mention, because now that you walked up to this thing, on the east and west walls of this room, you see you see two more of those levers. So there's one on the wall, one on the west. So you cast Detect Magic, and sure enough, the circle is magic. It is you also did, as you're detecting it, you feel that although it's probably technically out of range, but it doesn't matter. You feel that original cross that you had picked up, you somehow get the feeling that it's connected to it. But that part's a little unclear. But you definitely detect that the magic in the circle is activated, at least in part, by that cross.
Yeah, I turn and look back towards the monk then, and I go, yes, there is quite a bit of magic in here, in fact, and I pull out the symbol, the cross type symbol, and show it to her, and this here has something to do with this magic through these stones. I'm just not sure how they relate, but there is quite a bit of magic in this room.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So basically, the stone cross is stuck in the door up where you first came in. So I should point that out because you weren't there during that part where that was when you faded away. So if you go get it, which I'll just say you walk up there and get it, when you get it, the door closes. So you're kind of trapped in here.
Okay.
Just so you know that. But you have it now, and you show her that it's related. And you definitely, now that you have it in your hand, because you have 20, the spell lasts for 20 minutes, so you definitely, once you have it in your hand, you really sense that it's somehow connected and drawn to the circle. Although there doesn't seem to be any really clear way that it works together.
Right. Can I walk on into the circle? Like, is there an area that I can walk on into the circle to see if anything happens?
Yep. Yeah. So you walk into the circle. Oh, also, sorry, there's something else in this room. I'm sorry, the way this is organized is. Let's go through the whole room, so I'll make sure you see, because there's something else magical in here too, I think. So you step into the circle, and nothing happens like directly to you walking in. You still feel, again, the spell lasts 20 minutes, so you definitely know there's some kind of connection here. But like it doesn't do anything when you just stand in the circle with the cross. But in the southern wall, this is the part I forgot to tell you, there's a small but heavy golden statue. This also radiates magic.
Yeah, and seeing that statue from the area that I'm in, I'm going to look towards the ranger. And do you think you can go move that? You look like you're probably a little bit tougher than I am.
Well, yeah, I could definitely give it a shot. Shouldn't be an issue. And I'll move on over and I guess put my shoulder into it and try to move it.
Cool. Yeah, it's probably like 2 feet tall. It's made of solid gold, so it's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So you grab it and try to like pick it up or whatever off the thing, or you just want to like wiggle it around?
I'm not gonna try to. It's on what?
It's on like a little pedestal. Like it's
okay.
It's at like chest height.
Yeah, I'll wiggle it. I'm not gonna try to like pick it up or anything.
Cool. Okay.
Are there any like are there any cross-shaped indents in this on this statue?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, you can roll a search while you're doing it. But...
Yeah, let me see. I got a 2.
Okay. No, there's not.
Okay.
However, as you start to touch it, you goes out of the walls. Okay, so you everybody roll a d6.
5.
1.
Okay, good. So you rolled 1. Good. So you kind of you wiggle it. And you turn around to like say it. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. And you see coming out of the walls in that long hallway that you just walked down with all the torches lit up, which is probably good that you lit the torches. You see kind of these specters coming out of the walls. They kind of look like men, but their bottom halves are like a mist, basically. So it's just top half of men, and they come out of the wall. They're like specters, and they are moving towards you.
Oh boy.
Fairly aggressively. And let's see. Yeah, so I guess we'll roll initiative. There's 3 of them. So initiative in this is a d6, right?
Yeah.
3 for the specters.
I got a 4.
Good. You guys go first.
Sweet.
So I guess we're going to do it. I forget, last time we had this all confused. I'm just going to do it the way you do it in basic. So if anybody wants to move first.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it like that. So move, and then missile/magic, and then melee. So they're probably like, if you ran to them, you could probably get to them, but they're probably maybe like 40 feet away. So I'd say probably you could get there if you wanted to. And then
Can I also see them from sitting where I am in the circle?
yeah, I would say he calls out when he sees them.
Yeah, I'll call it out for sure. Yeah, and I'm gonna move back to where my party members are as I pull my sword out. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Anybody else moving?
No, because I'm going to say to the party members, it's best that maybe we should stay in this circle. Maybe this circle will grant us some type of protection.
I'm gonna try and speak to these guys. I'm gonna say in this place, no harm, something like that. See if I can get them to stop it all.
Okay. They don't seem to understand you. They seem to very focused on just heading towards you with their claws, and they're actually completely silent as well. You don't hear any sound, which is kind of eerie in a sense because you don't even it's almost like the breeze that you were feeling too kind of stopped, and these things are coming towards you. But yeah, they don't seem to stop when you talk to them. They're gonna they move on their turn, but they're basically just moving towards you. So
okay. So is anyone moving this turn, or is it on missile, or what?
Yeah, if you are, because Marcus already moved, and Tom already moved, and Ansfred is not moving.
If I move back to the circle, could I still throw my spear at them?
Yep. Yeah, they're probably I don't know if this is not spear, but they're maybe 30 feet away or so.
Okay. I'll on advice, I'll move back to the circle as well.
Let me just check. I think so. I mean, you definitely could throw it. It might be just a penalty. Okay. All right. Cool. Any spells?
Yeah, I want to cast a spell. Are they how far apart are they? Are they where I could maybe get to them into an 18 square foot area?
Yeah, I'd say so. We'll do 2 together.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I want to do that as I see them 3 moving and see that I can get to. I'm going to start chanting out, and you're going to see this yellow and orangish and reddish mist come out of my hands, and it's probably almost like they're moving into this mist, and this mist is just going to engulf those 2. And they're just going to start glowing yellow and orange and reddish, where they're more visible to us as I cast fairy fire on them.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. So yeah, if you want to throw the spear, I'm sorry. What does it do exactly, Tony? It makes them easier to hit or something.
Well, it will eliminate those 2, and especially if they're where they can't retreat back into the darkness or whatever. If they try to go in the darkness, it should eliminate them. And also says it's up to you if you want to give a +1 bonus to attacks on those since they're lit up now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, so they're +1 to hit right now with the fairy fire. Yeah, well, that's for an hour. Okay, good. So in addition to that, so you can throw the sphere, Dia, but you'll be at your long range, which means you'll be -2 to hit if you throw it this round. Or you can wait till they close on you.
Yeah, I'll wait a little bit.
Okay. Okay, cool. Does anybody want to do any melee? You're not in melee range, so you guys can't do any melee right now. So they're going to move on their turn. So it's your initiative is up. They come in towards you, and they can close on you this round, and they're going to attack. They can close on you. I think it's 12 seconds. Okay, so yeah, they come in. And they're one each is going to attack you. So first, it's going to go in order. So, let's see. Oh, you wrote AC, Marcus, but you didn't write what your AC was. Oh no, 13 AC. I see what you did.
Oh,
You did backwards AC.
Yes.
Okay. What does that really mean? 13 AC is what?
AC 13.
That'd be a 6. That'd be a 6.
Oh,
13 to
we're
6.
going the other way. Right.
There's old people that do it the other way.
Yeah, we're doing
it's,
descending.
9 minus, yeah,
I'm not
6.
I can't do it. Well, actually, the chart even says 13, so that it's for stupid people like me that can't figure it out. Okay, so
Nice.
only 9.
Oopsies.
Okay.
Yeah, so minus 3. Yeah, so it's 6.
Okay, so first he actually misses by rolling a 3. And then the one's going after our druid. Your AC is 6. So
Same as his, 6, 13.
I roll another fresh 2 3s in a row, too. Okay.
Oh.
And then finally our monk, whose AC is 5. Ooh, 16. That's going to be 16 AC -1. So yeah, you're definitely hit by the one specter. You feel this cold hand kind of embrace you. It doesn't feel very good.
Okay.
And it's this is regular. Oh, I see what they do. Well, these guys are interesting. Okay, so that does 1 point of damage. You take 1 hit point of damage. And
that's chilly.
yeah, so you just feel like a chill, even though it's already cold in here. You feel like a chill beyond that, like a chill from the grave. And now they're like right up against, right up in your space, and they definitely were able to enter the circle. Tony.
Okay.
So you feel like that didn't prevent them, at least at this moment. So let's do initiative again. Who's doing it? Crystal's doing it, right? They got a 4.
I thought Will was doing it.
Yeah, I did it last time.
I'm sorry.
3.
3. Okay. All right, they're gonna go first. So they again, each one reaches out and attacks. So number 1 goes after Tom with a 16. Does this die always roll things in multiples? That's so interesting. So you get hit. You're gonna do all the attacks first. And Fred, a 12 hits you, and then a 3 on the. This die only rolls 12s and 3s, or 16s and 3s. Okay, so this round, Tom gets hit for 3 points of damage. Again, this cold hand touches you, and you like a shiver, and you feel like part of your soul being torn away by this thing.
Oh gosh.
And, the druid unfortunately takes 9 points of damage from that.
Oh, yeah. You see the old man kind of let out a yelp, man.
Oosh. Yeah, that was pretty bad. And now it's your turn.
Okay, so I guess and
They're plus 1 to hit. If you want.
Figure out if maybe I'm trying to figure out if a physical attack would actually hit it.
Nobody wants to move or do melee. I mean, move.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Is there another door you said that's closed somewhere?
No, only the door that you came through originally. The one that you went through and you decided not to bother the skeletons. There's 2 levers in the room, and then the golden statue and the circle on the floor you're standing in.
I'm going to actually go to one of the levers. I guess whichever one's closest to where we are, and just I guess it's still sitting kind of a middle position where you can go up or down with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to push it up if I can. And I guess they'll get an attack on me as I move away from them, huh?
No, because they already went this round.
Okay, well that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. Because you can defensively go. You do the defensive movement, so they wouldn't get that. Because you don't have to go very far.
Right.
So, yeah,
that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to go to the lever, and then I guess when melee or whatever gets here, I'm going to push that lever up.
They're equidistant from you. So do you want to do east or west?
Oh, what the heck? We'll go west.
Okay, so then you put it up. Okay, when you do that, you see I mean, I'm assuming you're looking back at your colleagues as you do it. You see that the pattern on the floor starts to shift and shift its form slightly, and then it stops. What's anybody else moving or doing spells or missile?
Yeah. Since he's throwing this lever, I'm going to like roll out of the circle and over behind the specter that's in front of me.
Okay. How about the ranger?
Yeah, I'm going to go move back towards the druid.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to attack him.
Okay. Okay, so you're still close enough to attack though. Dia, do you want to attack him, or you're just trying to get behind him?
Well, I was getting behind him first, so whenever we get to melee, I'd like to. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna drop that spear next to me, and I'm just gonna like come up with like a uppercut and punching at this thing.
Okay. Well,
17.
Oh yeah, that should definitely hit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I do a total of 9 damage.
Wow. Nice.
So I'm just like, Ryoshuken, boosh, and just like smack this thing in the chin.
Chill. All right. Yeah. I mean, you hit it. You feel like some coldness on your hand. Like you don't take any damage or anything. But you definitely feel like it made a solid blow. Like it didn't go through it. You definitely caused it some kind of distress. It reacted to you hitting it. I guess is the best way to say it. Okay. So next round, let's roll. On their side.
3.
Nice. Okay. So you guys want to move spells?
Can I try I'll do a missile attack. I mean, if I can put my sword up and still take out the bow. I don't know if I can do all that.
You didn't really like have this. I mean, you just pulled it out for a second, and you could say stuck it back in last round when you moved, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, yeah, sure. You can shoot ball at him. Anybody else want to move first or no?
No, I'm going to stay there. And this time, when it comes around, I want to push the lever straight down, then all the way down.
Okay. Nice. Okay. You can do that on your movement phase. So you do that, and again, it moves around, shifts patterns, and then stops.
And it seems to have no effect on the specters. They don't take notice of it.
That's correct. They don't take notice of it at all. Actually, no.
Okay.
You can probably discern that they were more because you had been messing around with the circle for a bit. They came out when you messed with the statue.
Right.
So they may or may not be related to the circle at this moment. Okay, so missile attack.
Yeah, I did a roll a 9. Total.
Oh, nice. Their AC is 3, but your plus, including the +1 for the fairy fire.
Oh no, so 10 total.
So 10. Your ranger, so their AC is 3. Oh no, you don't get them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, your arrow shoots fast. You get 1 shot with the bow in this, or 2? I think you get 2.
Oh, you might get 2 actually. I believe you do get 2.
Yeah, but short bow, I believe it is 2.
Yeah.
I got a long bow.
Well, longbow's 2. That's one I looked at. So I think both are 2, and then
So let's try that again. This one was even worse, so I'll take it as a miss.
Okay. Maybe your arrows were cold, so the string was cold.
Yeah, I gotta warm up my fingers.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Anybody doing a melee attack?
Well, since last time I connected with him, but it kind of made my fist cold. I'm just gonna try and shove the torch into its chest or whatever, and see if that does any better.
Okay, you're gonna attack with the torch. Go ahead, making a melee. It's +1.
16 total. I don't think I get any bonuses. My 16 hits an armor class of 1.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. It's 1d4 for a torch, right?
Yep, d4.
All right. And I get 2 extra damage because of my monk whenever I attack with anything. So that's 4 damage total.
Okay.
So I just kind of chest and extra hard.
Yeah. So you wave the torch into the thing's body, and it definitely seems to be hurt by it, and it reacts, but not any more so than when you hit it with your fist.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like if that was particularly more damaging than the fist was. Okay, so they're gonna go then. All right, so they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. The two that you ran away from are following the two people who they ran away from. So the first one is attacking Tom and hits. Second one is attacking. Oh, and hits. It's an 11, and then the monk got missed again. You're getting lucky. All right, so against our ranger, 8 points of damage. And against the druid, 16. Oh boy.
Damn.
Ansford is he's got his eye on this gold statue that has been moved by the ranger, and he's thinking that he's going to go over to it, and he's just got his focus on this gold statue, and he's watching it as this thing comes up and just grabs him with both hands as this cold just goes through him, and you see his beard start turning to icicles, and he just lets out one last scream as he falls to the ground dead.
Jesus. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So
he had 5 HP left, so that's the end of the answer.
Yeah, this is like a haunting scream as your druid falls dead to the ground. Okay, next round. Initiative. Oh, they only rolled a 1.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. A 4.
Cool. Go first. Tony, if you want, you can run your. I'm assuming that the other backup characters are in that first room. So if you want to roll them in, whatever. It'll probably take them around to get there anyways.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. So go first, guys. Does anybody want to move? Missile?
Well, seeing him go down and also the amount of damage I took, I want to try to get out of this room.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I would be moving to.
Okay. All right, so you're going to run back towards the, basically the entrance.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what about the monk? Are you moving or are you fighting?
Well, I just saw my friend die. And I don't seem to be making much headway. Like, do I seem to be hurting this ghost at all, from what I can tell?
I mean, it's reacting.
It's reacting, but it doesn't seem like I can't tell if it's really hurt or not.
No, you can't tell that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll run away as well.
Okay. So you're going to do like a fighting retreat, or are you going to do a full-on run?
I'm doing a full-on run.
Okay.
I'm not risking this. No way.
What's your movement?
That's a good question, actually. I didn't write that down.
Well, if you're not in combat, you're not really in combat, right? So.
Yeah, I guess I'm not in combat. Whatever.
Probably not.
I have a quick out of character question. Yeah. With my monk abilities, I'm not sure if I understood this or not. It says, like, at level 4, I get a +2 of total damage with weapons. Mm-hmm. Did my fists count as weapons?
No.
Okay.
I think my...
Word for nothing.
My movement is...
You're not in the encumbrance section, basically. Whether or not you're encumbered.
12.
I don't... Yeah, I think you... Nobody's encumbered, right? No, nobody's running heavy.
9 or 12. I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, so you actually have the same as they do. So... Yeah, you can.
Base movement.
They can not get you.
Gotcha. Yeah, 40 feet per turn, I guess, is what that is.
So yeah, they're giving chase, but they will. Yeah. What's essentially going to happen is you're running north.
Running for your life. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
You're going to get to that first room that had the niche in the wall and the lever. and the secret door there that you came through originally, but it has now closed and sealed because you took the cross out of it.
Oh, great.
And or you can run through the doors that you went through and you didn't want to disturb the skeleton guys.
I guess towards the skeleton guys.
Okay. So I guess probably as you're running up the hallway, Tony's character is coming towards.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's heard all the scuttling going on, and you see this big, tall, long, flowing, blondish blonde, maybe 6'2", 6'3" human ranger. He's running down the hall with this great two-handed bastard sword in his hands, holding with both hands. What's the problem? I heard you. Do you need some help?
Yes, well, we lost one of our guys and some specters, and they're kicking our ass, to be honest.
Yeah, those things are dangerous. We need to get away from them.
Yeah, trying to get out of there. Come this way, and I guess I'll lead them towards wherever I was running with the skeleton guys were.
Okay. Are you also following?
Yeah, Sister D is following.
Yeah. Okay, so did you close the door behind you, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll under your decks, whoever was last, which is probably the well, whoever's better, you can do it. Whoever has the best decks, you can do it. So who's got the highest decks?
I got a 17 dex.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You're probably the best.
Yeah, okay. So roll under your decks to make sure you close the door before they get through.
All right, I got a 4.
Okay, yeah. So you easily like usher in your Tony's new guy, I don't know his name, but Pedris. So you what's that?
Yeah, I was just saying that's right, Pedris.
So you usher Pedris through it, and the monk runs through really quickly, and you close the door behind you, and you're standing in that room. Luckily the monk was using her torch, so you still have a torch in your hand, and so it's not dark, but it's darker than it was because you were in that really bright room with the specters, and you're breathing heavy for a second, and they don't seem to be coming through the door. The door seems to be. You can actually you wait and you're like looking, thinking they're gonna maybe come through the walls or something, but nothing. Like they kind of didn't follow the effect, from what you can tell.
Can I do a listen sound and see if I can still hear them out there?
Sure.
I have a 4 and 6, so. Mm-hmm. Oh, 5. So no, I didn't.
Yeah, but also, if you remember what I said, they made no sound when they were moving. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't hear them, but you don't see them coming through the door yet, anyways. And you're standing in that. Again, you're in a 12, 15-foot square room. There's a door to your west, which goes back to that hallway where the specters are. There's a kind of a short hallway to the east that leads into that other kind of empty-ish room that was the room before the resting place of the skeletons.
I can actually, I actually learned recently how to be very silent. A temple that my elders have taught me I've finally perfected. I can actually make myself appear to be dead by stopping my heart. So I could try and walk through those skeletons without alerting them.
Well, I think when you do that, you're unconscious.
Well, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Because I stopped my heart.
It's more like pretending you're dead so people think you're dead, or that kind of thing. Versus.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Okay, so if these skeletons are protecting a tomb, to be dead and let these two carry me through, and just think we're just carrying a new dead body through.
Yeah. What do you think, my new friend, fellow ranger?
Yeah, with his high intelligence of 8, he looks towards both of you and he goes, That does sounds maybe it would work to me. Whatever you think. You seem like you have good ideals.
Yes, we could give it a
Yeah.
shot.
Well, it's risky. I mean,
But all things worthwhile are risky.
yeah. I mean,
Well, let me put it this way: this sword will
I
cut
just don't
through a
wanna send-
skeleton quicker than it will a wraith.
yeah. I don't want to have to have a repeat of that Spectre situation. Well,
Without hesitating, you'll see Piedras. He just starts saying, "Okay, well, lay down so I can grab your feet if we're going to carry you through here."
all right. Ah, shit.
Yeah, I'll grab the
That
hands.
lasts for up to 10 minutes. It's actually 1d6 times 10 minutes times Monk's level. So, like, at the very least, I would be dead for up to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, can I just reactivate whenever I want, or like?
Yeah, I would think so. Otherwise, that wouldn't really make any sense.
Okay, I'll lay down and
I think you can just wake up. But
yeah, I take breaths. I take my breaths and everything and calm myself, and I roll a 2, so I'll be out I can maintain this state for. Yeah, it says the character can maintain. So yeah, I can maintain this state for 20. 100 minutes?
You roll a 2, so 2 times 10, so 20 times monk. Yeah, so 100 minutes. Yep. So your monk is now appears to be dead, laying on the floor. Do you loot the body?
I would like to, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I guess I'll pick her up by the arms. Pedros wants to grab the legs.
Yep, and I'll just start walking down this corridor then with her.
So how are you?
Yeah, definitely.
Who's holding the torch?
It's a good question.
I got a strength of 14, so
All right, you can probably hold her legs and the torch, I guess.
okay.
It's probably super awkward, but you should probably do it.
All right.
Holding her head, her arms plus the torch might be more difficult. I think for some reason that seems like it'd be weirder.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think that, but for some reason I do. Like you can scoop the legs up. All right, so we'll just say you're holding the torch. All right.
Well,
Good.
yeah. Well, we almost could just throw her body across like the shoulders of one of us.
That's all true. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can just carry
you
it
know,
like Kramer style.
Right.
What do you want to do?
I say we try that just so one person can at least have both hands free in case we run into anything.
Yeah, how much do you weigh, Dina?
I weigh 124.
Okay. So yeah, you'll be like encumbered while you're holding her, but you should be. If you start running, you're not going to be very fast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can definitely. That one person can carry that. That's not that much. Your movement, your base movement is reduced to 6.
Okay.
Plus your gear, so I'm going to say you're probably 150 total with gear. So your base movement is 3. Unless you have a carry modifier from your strength. Do you have a carry modifier from your strength? Who's stronger? I think Tony's character is.
Yeah, I'm just.
I got a plus 10.
Oh, plus 10. Okay. How much gear do you have, Crystal? Not much, right? You're not wearing armor, right?
No, I'm not. I can't wear armor.
Okay.
I have a backpack full of stuff, but that's about it.
They can't weigh. It doesn't weigh more than which would have to be like 25 pounds. So I'm gonna say it doesn't. So
the only weapon I have is that. Oh, I don't even have that spear anymore. So like, yeah, the only thing I have is whatever's in my backpack.
Cool. Yeah. So your weight, your movement's going to be 6 while you're carrying her.
Okay.
Idris, and of course, everybody else's is 12 at this point. Okay, cool. That's fine. Just so we know. All right. So you move forward into that second room that is again kind of similar to the first one. It's about 12, 15 feet square. There's a door on the south. While you open it up, you look in. You see the room that has the ancient warriors, 5 skeletons in Norse-style rotting armor. They're carefully placed on a raised wooden dais. Their armor and weapons what with their armor and weapons. They've got, they got their swords. They're leaning on them. Okay, cool. So as you walk into the room and you're carrying the monk, you see that if you walk about maybe like 15 feet or so, 15, 20 feet, you see a door on the north that you could walk into as well. That seems to be the only other way out of this place.
So to the north?
Okay. You go to this door. Yeah, so there's a door to the north, basically. So this room, again, is about 30 or so feet long. So you kind of went in, and then you came in from the north, so you're moving south, and then you go to the east, and then you can go north again, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll just...
Yeah, sorry.
No. You want to just keep heading north?
Cool. Yeah, you're not messing with the skeletons, right? You walk
no, I don't want to touch anything.
Okay. Just wait.
I ain't touching shit.
All right, so you can open that door, no problem. You go you open the door, you look in. There's a room that's similar to the two kind of empty rooms that you saw, about 12 to 15 foot square. This room is on the northern wall is a construction like those other levers, except the actual lever part of it is not there. So you see like the slot in the wall where the lever should be. You see like the insert, but there's no lever in it. And otherwise, the room is more or less empty. So basically, you go into this room and you see right on the north wall one of these like kind of contraptions on the wall that you've seen before with these levers, but the actual like bronze lever part that's about maybe like a 3-foot-ish part is missing.
I'm going to set the monk down off my shoulders and look towards the other ranger and go, well, how do we wake her up? Do you know?
When he sets me down,
got muted, yeah.
Like maybe it just knocks the air back into me.
Yeah, I'll say, well, maybe we can, I don't know, try pushing on her stomach or diaphragm or something. See if that'll make her breathe.
Yeah, I don't want to slap her too hard, and leave a bruise trying to wake her up.
Yeah, it'd be pretty awkward. Have to explain that one. Yeah, we can just gently maybe push on her diaphragm, try to see if that'll make her breathe, I don't know.
Yeah. And when you say those words, when you say those words, diaphragm and area, I look at you and go, well, can you point that out? I don't mind doing it, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's just basic anatomy. You see right here, and I'll push down firmly, but not like roughly, I suppose, on the diaphragm of the monk.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, it worked.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and you'll see me jump back 5 feet because.
Okay.
And I kind of like lean up and like I'm just like holding my head and like trying to get my breathing down again, get my heart pumping blood through all my body.
Okay. Yeah. So it probably takes a few minutes to get yourself back to like a regular state. And you also see what they see, which is basically this room has. I'm assuming you came into the room and closed the door behind you, so you're just in this room. There's a door to the south now, which is the door you just came through. There doesn't appear to be any other doors. The only kind of notable feature in the room, except for the fact the room is just nice in general, like it's cut stone for sure. You see this this device that looks like it's one of the levers, except there's no lever in it.
Wish I still had that spear.
Well, you could have got the spear off the dead druid. That's what he had, was a spear.
Well, I mean, we didn't have time to... I dropped my spear. We didn't have time to loot any bodies or anything. We were kind of just worried about getting out of there.
Yeah, it was pretty dangerous back there. It's deadly.
So I guess we should just continue. Maybe we'll find another lever or something.
There doesn't appear to be any other way to move forward. The only door in the room is south, which is where you just came from.
Does anyone have any extra sword or anything?
Well, no, but this sword I've got is a pretty heavy-duty thing, and
Have
So
a.
I'm gonna take my bastard sword over and stick it into this slot and push down.
Okay, so roll a d6.
6.
Nice. What's your strength?
14.
Okay. Roll saving throw.
Wow, I got it right on the money. 11 and 11.
Okay. Yeah, you're pulling on this thing, and you feel like it's like starting to like kind of dullen your sword, and you kind of stop before it kind of causes any damage to your sword, but you're not able to move the.
Oh yeah, at least I have good wisdom, so I definitely know to stop. And I pull my sword out and see how the blade's starting to dull. And well, I guess I shouldn't have done that, but it's not going to do anything. And now I'm kind of aggravated because my sword's dull.
Yeah, I was going to tell you to use the hilt of your blade. Let me
Yeah.
go over. Let me see if I can make any sense of this, and I'm gonna see if I can maybe treat this kind of like a trap or something. See if I can like get it to move in some way.
In what way?
In
what way would you make it move?
See if I can get it to, I guess, flip up, because I've seen the other. I saw the druid flip one of these things up.
You could probably squeeze your hand inside this, like, because this is basically a slice on the wall, right? And around the outside of it is this kind of ancient wood structure, so you can kind of see that this is where the lever is kept. And you look in there, and you can kind of see the spot where the lever probably goes, like a little slot where the it was, pretty good thinking that a sword blade could fit in there. It kind of fit in there a bit. You stick your hand inside, you can kind of just barely touch it. You're not going to be able to lift it from there. You won't have enough strength in your hand.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel like that. And also, I'm sure that the druid said it out loud so that everybody would know that well, except for the new ranger, that that there was some magic going on.
Well, we could go back and hope for the best on those specters. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, those specters were terrible. Still bleeding a bit myself from them. We lost our dear druid.
I've heard stories from them and people fighting them, and those things are bad. I'm afraid it would get every one of us. You've already lost one man there.
Oh yeah, and I don't think I would have been far off joining my old friend there, but yeah, it's a tough call. I just don't think I don't think it's a good decision to go fight those specters just yet.
Nah, I guess we'll just have to try another door down that we passed.
Yeah, we can backtrack a bit. And I guess I'll lead the way, heading back towards the door we hadn't opened.
Cool. Okay, so when you open up the door, the skeleton warriors that were in that room have now seem to have been enchanted, and they see you, and they immediately draw their swords, or they lift them because they already had them out, obviously, and you see violence in their glowing eyes.
Good.
As they attack. And you see violence in Pedro's eyes as he's still mad about his sword.
Wait, what did these two do while I was gone?
Now they were going to backtrack, and when you go back to that room, those skeletons have now awakened. It probably just took them a little while to kind of to get activated. You think, or maybe you did something in the room. I mean, you don't know, but now all of a sudden they're up and they're fighting. So let's do initiative to see what happens. You open the door, you see them. They kind of pull their swords. And Tony, do you want to do it this time? Let's move through the little. Ooh, they got a 5.
Number 4.
All right, so they charge forward towards you. Although I'll say that they charge forward just as you open the door. So I'm only going to allow 2 of them to attack. I'll say because you're not in the room yet. So I'm just going to say since we didn't say exactly who was at the door, I'm going to roll randomly to see who they attack. And we'll just assume those people that were in the front. So the first one attacks. Oh, actually, the monk. The second one attacks. Oh, actually, they both attack the monk. So maybe you open the door then, which is what you've been doing. So that actually makes sense. And these 2 guys just charge at you. Their ancient armor, falling off, and they their eyes are glowing with contempt as they swing at you with their rusty swords.
Angry at me for playing dead. They're like, that is not funny, monk.
Yeah, the first one clearly misses like by a lot. The second one, what's your AC?
5.
6, right? 5. Okay. One hit die. I rolled a 15. That hits AC 3. Okay, so one of them hits you. He's got a sword, long sword. With 15. Oh, 1 point of damage. Oh, you get lowest damage rolls ever. So yeah, one guy completely misses you, and the other guy swings his rusty longsword, and it's kind of dull or whatever, so it just kind of like nicks you. Yeah, so you're standing in the doorway. 2 guys are kind of blocking your way, and you see there's 3 more of them back there trying to kind of move forward to attack with their swords, but they can't quite get there. So
okay. Well, when it comes to my turn, I'm going to do a melee attack.
What about him? What do you guys want to do?
I want to do a missile attack.
Okay.
You might melee for me, so Marcus can.
See now.
Oh boy.
And what about the new ranger? What about Pedris?
Yeah, can you hear me now, Daniel?
Yeah, I can. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to do a melee, so Marcus can go ahead with his missile.
Okay. Go ahead and move forward. So go ahead and use your arrow.
So it's 2 of them, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
First one was a 7 plus 2, so yeah, that's a miss. And 4 and a 9. A 5 total for my second roll.
I think they're terrible shots. That's why you can shoot into combat too.
It's 2 more arrows. Down.
Okay. So yeah, you shoot both arrows, which actually I rolled that would have actually both hit the skeletons, so it would have been good, but I guess they just kind of go wide or hit stick in the door frame. So go ahead and make your melee attacks against these guys.
Yeah, I'm just going to take off one of them that's on the monk then.
15.
Their AC is 4, so that probably hits them short.
Yeah, F15 hits 2. Okay, so I kind of imagine they rush through the door, like the first one swings at me, and I like do one of those spins, like backwards bends, and that allows the other to nick me. And so as it, after it does, I kind of do like a spin kick into its chest for 6 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, that definitely, you see bones shatter. It's still like armor, pieces of armor fall off, and actually, yeah, you actually see a glint of bronze inside the skeleton, but it's still standing. And then what about you, Tony?
Yeah, the other one that's on her also, but she didn't attack. I'm going to run up with this 2-handed sword and just slashing it. I hit with a nat 20, so it's going to be automatic hit, and I do 4 damage total with that sword.
That slices through it, and it falls to the ground in pieces. And then
I just set my eyes on another one then.
Yeah, and then the another one will step forward when they get their turn. Okay, so that's the end of that round. So one's down, one is pretty heavily smashed, but still kind of standing, and there's 3 more that are untouched. Step forward.
I rolled a 4
okay.
For initiative.
Oh, okay, 6. So they're going to go first. So they one steps forward for their movement phase, and the other one that's standing there stays there, and they both attack. I guess one of each of you guys because you're both. So do the monk first. That is a 15, which I think is 15. Yeah, hits armor class 3. And Mrs. Tony's character, so you get hit by the sword again after you smash this guy. That time for 6 points. So
that's on me?
No, that's on Diana. The skeleton misses Pedris. And the 2 in the back can't do anything because they're kind of blocked up. They're just trying to swim wildly. They don't have spears, so they can't attack from the back row. So it's on your turn now. So
yeah, I'm going to do
damage, Dina.
I'll do 2 more missile attacks.
Okay.
Unenthusiastically. Let's see, 8 plus. And I still have the fairy fire deal, or no?
No, that's
okay. So just 13 total.
13 should hit. Their AC is.
Let me triple check. It might actually be.
I think that hits. Let me just check.
Yeah, 13 should armor class 4, I believe.
+2. It's actually +12, so it's plus. No, 14. Okay. Yeah, it's like a +1 for missiles. Okay, sweet.
So that's
so that was 5 damage.
cool, and that actually did hit the one that stepped up. It
Nice.
doesn't quite come down, but yeah.
And fire the next shot. Same one. This time a 20 total, but not naturally, and only 2 damage.
That's where they had left. So your 2 arrows actually.
No, nice.
I rolled randomly for who it hit, and it actually they both once again hit the same one, which was the one that stepped up in front of Tony. And so basically, 2 arrows stick into its head, and the head just drops back off of it, falls down, and the skeleton just falls, crushes.
Very good.
Cool. So another skeleton's down. There's 3 left in total. I guess it's initiative. They got. Oh, hold on. You didn't go yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah,
Our melee.
Okay.
That one in front of me that I've kicked already.
Yep.
Okay, so as I'm bringing my leg back, he swings his sword, manages to get my leg, and I kind of in pain a little bit, and so I follow, and then I follow through with my body and everything, an open palm strike on his face.
Okay.
And I rolled up 15, so I hit him.
Good. Nice.
Damage.
How much?
Another 6 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, so you hit him in the face, and it knocks the head clear off. The head flies across the room and smashes on the wall on the other side. The body crumbles to the ground, and you see, as it falls, that inside the skeleton itself, the spine of it is the lever that's missing. And go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I'm going to see the one in front of me that attacked me drop from these 2 arrows. I'm just going to look at the next one closest to me as I swing this sword, and it's going to hit. Oh wow, like armor class 0.
Yeah.
So that's going to do 6 points of damage with this 2-handed sword.
That smashes through him and crushes him right there. So he doesn't even have a chance to step forward. You have such a long sword, you just step forward and smash him.
Okay.
And there's only 1 left, but skeletons don't run, so 1 more round of initiative.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, you get a 5. So the one guy gets to go. Let's see who's going to attack the monk. He rolls, misses. So the last one steps forward.
I play dead.
You play dead.
They didn't like that at all. Like they were all because like first those first. Now this one's gonna just swing at me. So
yep.
They were very much insulted by that.
Okay, so do you want to do any more missile attacks, Tom, or do I do?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do. Let's see how many arrows I got left. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did that skeleton hit me?
1 skeleton hit you for 6 points. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Hit it 2. 5 total, and a 12 total.
Ooh, 12. What armor class does that hit?
Let me check.
Because that arrow hit Beatrice.
Oh, good. Let me see. AC 6, as they say. Let's see, where's the chart?
Yeah, you got 11 to hit him. Yeah. So you hit him. So an arrow 6.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and roll some damage.
It was. Yeah, let me see.
What did you make to hit?
It was 2 points.
2 points.
2 points on me. Okay.
Yes, you step forward to kill that one, and that kind of, and that you kind of filled the doorway too much.
Yeah.
Your large frame, and an arrow sticks into your back from your friend. Fire, as they say.
Yeah, and when it does, I'm just going to yell out, "They're coming from behind us too! Watch out behind us!"
Yes. Behind us.
All right. So, go ahead and make the. You want to make a missile melee attack? I'm sorry, Petrus.
Yeah, I'm going to miss bad on that roll. So there's the arrow sticking me, and I'm distracted by trying to tell the ranger behind me to watch out behind us as I just swish right over the top of the head of this one in front of me.
Okay. All right, how about
am I able to reach it for melee?
Yeah, you can definitely do melee. Yep, it's melee now.
Rolled a 13, so I can hit an armor class 4.
That hits.
Okay. So I run up and like do a jumping kick and do 8 points of damage to it.
Wow. Okay. Good. So you I mean, take like 2 steps forward because it's pretty much right there, and you kick it, and it crushes in its chest, and it just falls to the ground. Can't really say dead because they were already dead, but yeah. So all five skeletons are now on the ground, and you see in the pile of bones in front of you the bronze lever that's missing from the device.
Okay, Pedros, I'm gonna ask first before I'm worried about picking up the lever. I'm gonna make sure my friend's okay, my new friend.
Yeah, I look over at you and say, I'm okay. I just pull this arrow out of my ring mail and look at the head of it, and I go look back towards Thom and go, oh, this looks like a pretty good arrow. I think maybe you could use it too. Here, those skeletons, they had some good arrows, didn't they, as I hand it back to him.
And I'll just be kind of rubbing my forehead slowly as I take the arrow, and I say, yes, it looks exactly like my arrows. I have to be frank with you. As I'm an honest man, that was my arrow that stuck you there.
Well, it didn't hurt much, and you just see me kind of brush off some flakes of blood off running down my ring mail. It didn't hurt that much. I'll be okay. That's just, those things happen when you attack spaces like this.
Yes, it was quite a rough shot to take, anyways. But I'll be wiser in the future.
I guess we need to be more nimble and agile, like this monk girl here. She can, you see all those fancy kicks she does.
It is quite impressive, I will say. I could never do that. I would definitely pull a muscle.
And as they're talking, like I've ripped off a piece of the cloak I'm wearing, and I'm like using it to like bandage up where I was badly cut at my leg, and I'm like, yeah, so nimble and dodgy.
Oh, you'll be okay. Just let a few drops of blood come out like it is on me, and you'll be fine in an hour or two.
All right, so I'm gonna pick up the missing lever now.
Okay.
Okay, which direction, guys? Up or down?
Well, Pappy always told me you always go up in life. You never go down, so I'm gonna go with up.
All right, stick it in the hole and push up.
Okay, you can do that. You put it in and you put it up. And you hear a grinding sound.
Awesome. I'm looking around the room, see if it.
Well, it came from out in the other space. So.
Okay. All right, let's go check it out then. Let's see what we made different.
Okay. So you pick your torch back up, I guess, and you head out into the long hallway, and you don't see the specters out there anymore. And but the torches are mostly burnt out. It's getting very dark in the room. Like some of them are already out. The very first ones you lit, the ones near the end where you lit last are still burning, but they're like starting to look a little bit. Spent, and you probably have already switched to torch too. Like you're probably on your second torch now because you've been here for a while. So okay. If you head back down to the circle, it definitely moved. I guess. I mean, you can't really, not like you studied it, but it doesn't seem to be anything special. It still kind of seems to be relatively random. The pattern. You do see your druid friend over by the other lever, life drained from him. And clutching in his hand the black stone cross.
Okay. I would like to pull him up, and if I can, like maybe put him in a more proper resting place, like arms across his chest or something.
Okay.
And take the cross from him. I'm not going to lose body for anything else because like it's just not something that my character would do. But she wouldn't necessarily object to anyone else doing it.
You and as you do, I'm going to look at this spear, and I'm going to look at you and go, well, it looks like he had a very well made spear there. Do you think you could use that?
Yeah, I was using this spear earlier. I'm gonna pick up the one that's all rusted.
So you're not going to take the one that Drew had, you said?
Well, yeah, I might as well. Yeah, I'll take that one. Why not? Yeah, I'll take the spear the druid had this time.
Yeah.
The 1d6 plus 2 is what I think 10 pounds. All right. I'm not gonna loot his body for any kind of gold or anything. I don't, because as a monk I would just donate it to charity anyway. All right. So one of the switches is in the down position from last time because he switched it. Our druid friend switched it into the down position, right?
That is correct. The one on the west wall is down. The one on the east wall is in the middle. You haven't touched that one yet.
Okay. I'm gonna ask if someone wants to go over to the other wall, and I'm gonna say to our new member, don't touch the gold statue.
No, I don't plan on it.
That's what led to the downfall and the loss of our friend. I'm still dealing with those consequences emotionally, and don't touch it.
Well, you just keep an eye out. That's fine. I'll go. What do you want me to? You want me to lift this thing up or lift it down? Just tell me, girl.
I guess we'll push it up. I'm gonna push the one in front of me all the way up. The one in front of him up. So.
Okay, so the one on the east wall, you're going to put up, you said?
Yep, that's the one I've got. Yeah, I'd be going up if she told me to go up too.
And you're also going up on the west wall? But as you move the switches, they definitely it moves around. But again, it still doesn't seem to be any kind of a... So when you lift the one up, okay. So do a roll out your wisdom, both of you, and I'll tell you what you think.
Who's rolling it?
Whoever just moved a lever. So first, you move the one on the west wall up.
You said wisdom?
Yep.
You said roll wisdom?
Yeah, roll under your wisdom.
You left for a second, so.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said Tony stepped out for a second, but I rolled my wisdom perfectly. My wisdom's 18, and I rolled an 18.
Okay. So when you lift it up, you definitely feel like it was in the down position. It was a little bit difficult to get it to the center, and then once it got to the center, it lifted up really quickly.
Okay. Well, then I want to pull it back down then. If it lifted up really quickly, then maybe it wasn't doing anything. Right?
Okay. So you push it down into the down position, and it's down now. It seems it was, you again, it's
okay,
easy
so,
to go into down. You kind of push it, and it goes into the down position.
Okay. But nothing is changing as far as we can see.
Every time you move it, the floor is changing patterns, but not in any way that seems to signify a significant pattern at this point. Like it's moving around, but it's not making any. At this point, it's not making any kind of a noticeable pattern. Yeah, you can definitely get the feeling that there's there's 4 of these things, so they're going to need to be in a certain order in order to really have anything happen. It seems like
okay, but so far we haven't found any like clues or anything as to when they should be in. Okay. What do you think, Thom?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Was never considered the brightest. And out of character, my intelligence is 8. I don't know if that would have any,
are both the druids 8?
Yeah.
I just Tony.
My wisdom is 6.
Your wisdom is 6 and you're a ranger.
Yes.
Not that it matters in this game, but it's just funny because people usually.
Yeah. I think strength is only a prerequisite, whatever, but pretty bad.
People just think of him as, especially in modern editions, you think of a ranger having high wisdom, but it's not required. Tony.
Yes, sir.
Could you roll under your wisdom?
Hey, I actually got a good wisdom, a 13. I got it, 12. I rolled a 12 under 13.
Okay, so you go up to your lever, right? Which was in the
East
central
wall
position.
Okay.
And you lifted it up, and when you did, it felt like kind of difficult. Like it felt like at first you weren't going to be able to do it, and then you flip it up.
And nothing happens?
Well, the floor moves around a little bit, but it doesn't seem to do anything that's noticeable at this point. There's not enough of the levers in the right position to really make a difference at this point. It's pretty obvious that it's some kind of a puzzle, or that they have to be in a certain order, and it's so far off from any kind of a pattern that you could believe that you don't think that you've got enough of them in the right spot.
And I look towards the other ranger, and I guess this is just a waste of time trying to connect these dots. I guess I don't think we're ever going to figure this out. Do you?
Oh, my head is already hurting just looking at it, to be honest. This is the most advanced thing I've ever seen.
I guess we need to just move on, man.
Well, when I tried to push this into the center, it was really hard, but it moves up and down extremely easy.
I'm just afraid those ghost deals are going to come back, and I don't want to have to deal with them, and I know y'all don't either.
As long as we don't touch the golden statue, we should be okay. So I'm going to move my arm to the statue, which you said is sort of difficult, right?
Yeah, when you move the from the down position into the center, that movement is difficult, but from the center to go up is easy.
Okay. What about from up down?
Up to center is easy. Center to down is more difficult.
Okay, I'm going to move it into the down position.
Okay.
And now I want to run back to the very first lever.
Okay, that one's in the middle position.
I want to try to push it up.
Okay, so when you push it up, it's a little bit difficult to push it up.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
And I want to run.
You're grinding, and the thing spins. And actually, the two people that are standing in the room, no, that's fine. They're fine. Nothing happened. What are you gonna do? I'm sorry, Chris.
Okay. And run all the way to the skeleton room lever.
Okay.
In the up.
That's in the up position, yeah.
Is it down or?
No, it moves to the center very easily. But if you try to push it down, it's hard.
Okay, then I'll push it down.
Okay. All right, so in the main room, you guys roll under your wisdom. Either one of you. Actually, just roll what's D6. It's easier.
6.
Not easy. How about you, Marcus?
Got a... Oops. Oh, geez, a 5.
Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't seem like there's anything going on in there. You guys are probably like telling stories about squirrels that you've captured.
Oh yeah, some big squirrels. Believe me. Take your hand off.
So when the monk gets back to the room, go ahead and it's fine because you're
Under
paying,
my wisdom,
roll on your wisdom because you're like paying attention to it.
a 3 out of 18.
Yeah. So basically, you look and you can see this thing has started to form into a star pattern, but it's not quite there. You can see the pattern being formed, but it's not quite perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the one that Tony was controlling over earlier.
Mm-hmm. That one's in the up position right now.
Okay, I'll pull it down to the center.
Okay, so as soon as you pull it down to the center, you hear the grinding, and the star forms into a star pattern, and in the center of an iris opens.
Okay. Look into the iris and see if I can.
Sure. So when you look into the iris, you see a spot that looks like it's probably the right size for that stone cross.
Who has that at the moment? Oh yeah, I took it.
Oh,
yeah, you have it, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm about to put this stone cross in here. So if I all of a sudden get my arm eaten off, I might need you to stop the bleeding, and I'm going to push that stone cross down to the position.
Cool. So you get down. You probably have to be on like your hands and knees to get down to the right position there, and you take the stone cross and you kind of level it down into the hole, and you push it in, and the ground starts to shake and move a little bit. And let's take a quick break.
Oh gosh.
So we'll do like a 5-minute break so we can get another coffee, and then we'll see what happens.
Heck yes.
All right.
Yep, I'm back now.
Yeah, I'm back as well.
Cool. How about Crystal? Not yet.
I think she chimed in about the same time I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she's.
Are you back, Crystal? Oh, cool. All right. All right. So, what was happening?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the
back.
Okay, so the when you put the cross into the floor, you feel it slide, and the actual it's probably like a 3-foot circle, this iris that opened up. The platform that you stuck the cross into slides to the side, and you can see down into basically a tunnel below.
What are you doing, girl? You're gonna let all the demons and the devils out of that thing?
That's perhaps a possibility, but it's also possible that this will lead to our way out of here.
You can see, you basically take the torch and kind of shine it down. You see that you'd have to like lower yourself down a little bit, but then there's a set of stairs that ascends down, kind of goes down out of view. You can't really see where it goes because it's the nature of the slope of it, but it goes underground.
Would you guys like me to lead the way through here?
Well, by all means, please do.
Well, hold on just a minute. I want to look at something, and I'm going to walk up there and see. Do I see any kind of tracks or anything that maybe would look fresh going down these steps?
Oh, good question. Look. Let's see. Trapdoor opens up into a small irregular room. Narrow stairway. Meanders down. No. Doesn't seem like anything's traveled here in a long time. Although it is actually noticeably, when you kind of jump down there and start looking around, it is noticeably warmer, and everything is kind of damp and humid. It's not warm by any means. I mean, you still need to leave your like winter furs on and stuff.
Right.
But compared to up top, it's much, much warmer. It's probably like, significantly warmer. Like if you were to just hang out up top with no fire for a while, you probably would die of like frostbite. Down here, you probably with just some furs you'd be all right. But yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's traversed here in a long time. It's not as dusty because it's damp, but you don't see any like footprints or in the kind of mud.
Okay. Yeah, I look towards the monk and go, well, I guess it's going to be okay now. I don't see any recent movement through here. I think it'll be okay. Let's proceed like you want.
Okay. I'm going to lead the way with my torch.
Nice.
Down towards you said there's a door at the end?
No. So you walk down these stairs. It's the equivalent of 3 flights of stairs. So you're going down about 30 to 40 feet down, plus at kind of an angle. It's very slippery, so you're gonna have to be going kind of slow. It's narrow, so it's kind of your single file. But eventually, it opens up into a room that's about 30 feet long. It's kind of a hallway, actually. It's about 30 feet long by about. It's a little bit wider than a typical hallway. It's maybe like 12 feet wide, and you can look down into it, and you see that on the it's essentially running west to east, this hallway, and on the northern wall there is a door in the center of the room, and on the eastern end of the room it kind of goes down to a skinnier hallway. Let me just see what the description of the room says for any boogeyman. Oh, that's what I just read. The trapdoor of the floor opens into a small irregular room, which a narrow stairway cut away from the dark meters. Stairway exits in a corridor with an opening in the far end and a door on the north wall. Yeah, that's what I said. So yeah, so you're basically you're in a semi-wide corridor, especially compared to you just in this little skinny thing before. Again, this is well-cut stone. It's damp and there's kind of moisture on the walls. But on the northern wall, there's a door, a heavy wooden door. And on the eastern wall, it closes down into like a more narrow hallway. And it continues east, but that's beyond the torchlight, so you can't see what's in that next area. Go on, do.
What are you thinking, monk?
I mean, I guess it would be good to explore this whole area. So, you said there was a corridor off to the east?
Yep, you can keep going. You're traveling basically west to east right now. You can keep going to the east past the door. There's a corridor. Or you can go north through a door.
Is there a keyhole on this door?
Nope. Like the other doors, it's a big, heavy wooden door made of really fine wood that has bronze hinges and kind of markings on it and a handle, but no key.
Okay, well, I guess I'll attempt to open the door.
Sure.
Unless someone else wants to open the door, and I'll hold the torch.
Yeah, I could give it a go. I'll try my hand at it.
Cool. Yeah, so you step forward and you're able to open up the door. You see running north for about 15, 20 feet is a corridor that's probably maybe like 6 to 8 feet wide, so it's a little bit narrower than a kind of standard corridor. It runs for, like I said, about 15 feet or so, and then it opens up into a room. You can kind of like step forward a little bit and shine your torch in there, and you see that this room is about 30-foot-ish square, but the northeast corner of it, there's been a collapse, so the wall like is knocked down. The rest of the room, I mean, this is pretty ancient, so you don't know. There may have been some like wood furniture or something that's like long since gone. So the rest of the room more or less looks empty. But you do see a lot of rubble in here, and you see kind of a passage, we'll say, if you were to kind of climb over the rubble to continue to the northeast, or you go back the way you came. Basically, there's no other doors in here, just that opening.
Well, I can attempt to climb over this rubble, see what's on up ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't stop you. Go for it.
Cool. Yeah, you can pretty easily, you're not wearing armor or anything, so you kind of get on top of this rubble, climb up a bit. It's like maybe like a 6 or 7 foot pile of rubble, and you kind of climb up to the top, and you look down with the torch, and you can see that that's a back into this kind of roughly cut stone corridor, and it looks like it's a kind of a little roomish thing, and then it's. Would you be able to see that? Yes, you would. There's a. Yes, you see a glint off of it. So basically, you're looking into the rubble, looking to the northeast, and you can see kind of continuing northeast. There's stairs that are going down, and kind of off to the side of those stairs, there's like a little bit of a ledge, and below that ledge is a pool. You can see water because the torch is glinting off the liquid, and there's probably like a 30-foot-ish pool of water that isn't. It's kind of, you go down the stairs and you'd be at the level of it, or you can kind of, supposedly you could jump off. I suppose it's like right on the side, and you could see it there.
Okay, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna say like there's a small room behind there, and it looks like some stairs that lead down to a pool. I've learned in my travels, or in a cave.
A pool. That is quite peculiar. Maybe there's something interesting in the water.
Be my guest.
Oh, I'm not much of a swimmer. I'm more of a woodsman myself. I don't really do much with the water except fish.
What have you, Pedris? Do you want to go through the pool, or would you like to go back through the corridor?
Well, I always heard those stories about those halflings that go fishing and they fall over the boat into the water and you'll never see them again. I don't like water either. I'm more of a hill and mountain type guy. I don't think we should be messing around with that old nasty, dirty water.
I should point out too, just so it's clear, that you can go past the pool. It doesn't block you. It's on the side. So the corridor continues past the pool if you don't want to explore it. It's basically a corridor going like this, and the pool's on the side.
Yeah, I say we just keep moving on.
Can you hear that on my side? The explosion.
Yeah,
I heard thunder.
Yeah, that's the I'm near West Point, so they're doing probably demolition. So they're blowing stuff up basically.
Interesting.
Okay, so there's a corridor. The corridor doesn't go by the pool?
It does. Basically, if you're going down the corridor,
Oh.
on your right-hand side, at first it's kind of like a cliff because you're like 20 feet above the pool. But then as you go down the stairs, you get next to it, and then you can keep going past it as well.
Well, I don't even really want to get next to a pool, to be honest. So I say we go.
Cool. All right. So you climb back over the rubble. It's not very difficult. Just kind of there's a few feet, and you come back down into this this hallway that you just came from, the kind of the wide hallway, and you continue to the east, past that kind of skinny part of it, and it opens back up again into another wide-ish hallway, and so when you enter into this space, you see a door. Basically, on the corridor continues about 20 or so feet. This wideish corridor. You see some basically a 5-foot niche on each side, and inside there's doors. So there's a door on either side, but they're not set into the wall. You got to step into the get to them, or you can keep going straight. The corridor continues straight past where you are, further than you can see. So you're basically passing 2 doors, or you can keep going straight, north and south.
I say we check the doors just for what it's worth. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my thoughts too.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
You want to go to the north door, which is your left, or the south door, which is your right?
North door. Good adventurers go left.
Okay. Okay, so you open up the door and you peek in there, and it's about a 25-foot wide by about 15-foot deep room. There are 5 Norse-style carls, so like bear soldiers. They are resting on a large stone platform together with long swords and spears. So kind of like the guys you saw before, but these guys are a little more like dressed up and a little more high-end. They have long swords, spears, and shields. Well, actually, they don't have their weapons, though. They are laying on... There's actually 5 stone platforms, and on each one is one of these skeletons. And then on the wall behind them, well arranged and kind of decorated, are swords, spears, and shields. And they're wearing armor. And they're just laying there as you shine the torch in.
Well, look at all those fancy weapons. I wonder if any of them we could use.
Oh, I'd definitely like to take a look.
Well,
are there arrows?
Remember what happened.
No arrows. There's spears, there's long swords, and there are shields. 5 spears, 5 long swords, 5 shields.
Just keep those in mind and be careful. Though I do like the look of that long sword, to be honest.
Do any of the shields have any type of insignia or anything on them that we would see?
They do. They actually have a very similar look to the... I don't know if you can really see it, but how the cross is. You see how it's got like almost like a funky kind of thing on it? They've got that kind of look to them. Like they're very similar to the cross.
I'm going to walk up to one of the shields then and pick one up.
Okay. Pick a number. 1 through 5.
2.
Okay. Okay, you pick it up. You have a shield. It's like a medium shield. I think there's only one size shield in this, right?
Yep. And that's +1, I believe.
Yeah, and this shield is actually magic.
It is magic?
Yeah, but I don't know how magic shield works in this.
Oh, yeah, it's +1 unless you roll pick higher.
Yeah, is there a shield thing?
Yeah, I think there is in the back.
Yeah. Magic armor and weapons. There we go. Oh, actually, there's only... I'm just going to go this way. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see. Hold on. There's 18 numbers on the... Okay. Oh, it's +3.
Ooh, okay.
It's +3 shield. Hold on, that's magic. Does anyone else want to try to take something?
Yeah, and I start, putting the shield up and moving it around, and I look towards the ranger and go, you should grab something, man. This shield feels so great on me. I've never used the shield before, but I think it's really going to help me.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, like when you see him kind of moving the shield around, it almost looks like he's like fading from vision. Not like he's invisible, but like if you were fighting him, he'd be like hard to hit. Like it's almost hard to see him as he's like blocking with the shield.
I'll say, whoa.
So it's clearly magical.
You look like you're fading a bit whenever you move that shield around.
Yeah.
That's
pretty... it's making me feel good. I think maybe y'all should grab something.
Well, yeah, I'll definitely look around.
Okay, so there's more shields. There's a spear, and there's 5 spears and there's 5 long swords.
I'll take a long sword.
Take a long sword.
Okay, pick a number, Marcus.
3.
Okay, pick a number, Crystal. From 1 to 5.
1.
Okay, cool. Okay, so actually the one that you picked up, Marcus, is magic, but not the one you picked up, Crystal. It is a +1. It's a +1 longsword. So it's kind of a, you pick it up, it has like a faint glow to it. And it just even though all the other weapons here look like they're kind of beat up and rusty, this one seems to have like no rust on it at all, and it feels a little bit light in your hand, and it's got some like some runes on it. So again, it's clearly as you swing it around, you can almost like see a slight glow in the air as it goes through. The one you picked up is just a regular longsword, Crystal. It didn't seem to be anything magical about that one, unfortunately. I'll try for a spear.
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll look at a spear.
Let's pick a number, 1 to
5. 4.
Yeah, it's a magical spear. Yes, sir. Lucky. Also, oh no, it's cursed. What is it?
Oh shit!
So you pick up the cursed spear.
Great.
Oh, it's just -1. So it's a -1 spear. So for some reason, with the spear, it feels like awkward in your hands, but yet you feel compelled to use it.
Yeah.
You're kind of thinking to yourself, I don't feel like this spear is that effective, but I know that I'm a good warrior, so that I could overcome it and use this weapon. So you're compelled to diminish the cursed spear. It's -1.
Okay, is that -1?
Yeah.
Is it -1 to damage as well?
That's right. -1 to hit and damage. But you can never do 0 damage, so if you ever roll a 1 or something, it'll still be.
Okay. All right, yeah. I'm going to tell them, yeah. It's quite odd, but I like it.
Yeah, it seems to fit you well there while you're twirling around.
Yeah, it's a really nice spear there. Man, we really hit the jackpot here.
You really did. I can't believe you all picked the right numbers. Like randomly rolling to see what number was magical in each of the batches, and
it's crazy. Yeah.
All right, so there you go. So yeah, so you've got some new magical weapons, and you guys are kind of all of a sudden you realize you're like, oh, we've been in here for like 10 minutes or so, and these warriors haven't moved. So, and you've stolen their weapons. So.
Well, you snooze, you lose. I don't know.
And let's move on.
And that's where that phrase got created.
Yes, I'm definitely coining that one.
Right there.
Why? I didn't.
Snooze, you lose.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, so you're in this room. Dude, what do you want to do now? They don't seem to be doing anything.
Leave.
Okay, so you step back out in that hallway, and there's down the door to the right, to the south, basically, to the right door.
All right. I'll open that door.
Cool. So you open up the door, and it pretty much looks identical. There's another room. It's got 5 of these guys. They're laying there. They're in armor. There's shields and swords on the wall. And it's pretty much the exact mirror image of the... I mean, obviously, it's not a mirror image. There's 5 things. It's not the same room.
Well, I already have my really also. I'm good.
Yeah.
You guys want to look through again?
I'm alright.
All right.
Okay.
Let's continue on the hall then.
All right, so you head down the hall, and it actually goes down a little further. Then it gets narrow again. It kind of opens up into like a small like niche area that looks like it might have had like some statues or something, but they're gone. Because you can actually see the marks on the floor where they were, like the statue you saw up top. Not on the floor, but on the little pedestals. And then you go past that into a larger room. As you step into this bigger room, this room is somewhere in the vicinity of 35, 40 feet deep. So your torchlight is just reaching the end of it as you walk in. It's about 20 or so feet wide, 25 feet. A majestic figure sits slumping on a stone throne. This is all the way at the end. In his lap, a massive black sword of unknown design is resting. There's a dagger in a scabbard sitting next to, basically it's on his lap, sitting next to it. Along the walls are clay and brass urns filled with decaying food and drinks. You can smell it as you step in the room. So there's urns of various sizes on the walls. You can definitely smell food from some of them. There's about a dozen urns. On the far eastern end, there's a few steps up to the raised platform where a stone font is placed. So it's basically you come into this room and you see actually he's only about halfway down this throne. So like you go, it's about 15 or so feet in the room. There's a throne. It's made out of stone, and this guy's on it. He's slumped forward. On his lap is a sword that is not in a scabbard, so you can see that it's made out of some kind of weird black metal. There's a dagger in a scabbard sitting right next to it. Then on the walls, like on either side of him, you see some urns, and those urns, some of them smell like food, so you assume they're rotted food. And if you were to go past him to the end, this is what I'm describing now, there's some stairs going up, and there's a font that seems to be full of a black liquid. Along the edges are carvings. So you can't make them up from this distance. Obviously, you'd have to walk closer to it if you want.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I've always had uneasy feelings about messing with dead things. I think we should just keep moving. What do you think?
Yeah, I prefer to make the things dead, rather not have to deal with them afterwards, unless I'm cleaning them, for eating or selling the skins. But yeah, I agree.
I would hate for them to try to take my spear away. So let's just move on.
Yeah. So if you go past the body that's sitting on the throne and you head towards the font, you're kind of standing in the middle of the room. There doesn't seem to be any other way out. This seems to be like the main chamber for this guy. There's no like apparent exit. There's like I said, the font with the water in it. There's the urns, and then the dead guy. Or you could go back basically. Or you could search, I guess, for secret doors, or whatever. But there's if you want to search around through any of the stuff, and I'll tell you kind of what you would find. But there's no obvious exit.
I've heard stories of kings that had secret passages behind their thrones, so I'm going to search behind the throne and see if I can find any secret doors or anything.
Okay. Roll that for you. Okay, so you search around the throne and you see if it slides or moves or do whatever. The throne itself doesn't seem to be at all movable or any kind of passage around the throne. How about Thom? Thom, what are you doing?
Kind of looking at the other ranger there. What's he doing?
As I'm watching the monk, I'm gonna think that maybe she's up to something that maybe we should be doing. So I'm gonna kind of move along the other side of the wall and look just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So or by the font. The font is
Who, me?
basically
Yeah, if it's me that you're asking, yeah, I'm going to move along the wall and maybe closer, start along the wall and go towards the font.
okay. The east wall or the north wall or the south wall?
I would start on the north, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Tom will be right there with him.
Oh, you're both going to search the same wall? All right, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are searching along the north wall, and the wall itself doesn't seem to reveal anything, but as you're kind of going through, the urns are kind of in your way, and you're moving them. In one of the urns, you shake it, and instead of it feeling like food inside, you hear coins.
Well, I'll pick it up and just turn it over and dump it out, man, if I can.
Okay. There's 600 gold pieces in it. So
Looky here.
Yes, you dump the 600 gold pieces on the ground, which is a pretty good amount of money. It's like you fill a backpack anyways. So yeah, you pour the gold pieces out and you see that there's like a decent, and it looks like it's you've never seen gold like this old, like the stamp, the logo or the symbol on it is similar to the shields and to the other stuff you've found so far. I mean, it's still gold, so it's still valuable, but it's definitely from a time way beyond to you guys.
Well, Ranger friend, this looks like more gold than what we make doing selling our scalpings and stuff every year. I think and our hides. This looks pretty good haul.
Yeah, it's a lot more than I've made in years, honestly. So let's definitely collect that.
Okay, so you're gonna scoop up the gold.
Most definitely.
Are you gonna divide it equally amongst all of you, or are you gonna somebody's gonna?
Yeah, we should probably divide it, especially even just for weight purposes, if anything.
Okay, so you each have 200.
Exactly.
Cool. Yes, you checked the throne really well, and there's nothing there. This was the north wall. You basically searched the whole wall, no secret doors or anything, but you found this urn with gold in it. So you've got the south wall with those urns, and you've got the font basically that you haven't searched, or the body himself if you want to touch the dead. I don't know if you want to after the earlier fight. You want to fight and touch the dead king, whatever it is.
Well, I don't want to disturb the dead. I mean, the only other way I know that we haven't been, but I really don't want to walk by that pool. I just have visions of like some kind of monster reaching out and grabbing my spear.
Yeah, and you don't want to lose that good-looking spear.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be quite distraught if I lost my excellent spear.
Okay. Do you want? You gonna head back in that direction where the crumbled wall was? That's what you're saying.
Nothing else in this dream, you said? I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, things that you haven't looked at would be the rest of this room, the other wall, the font, the dead body, like I said, or you haven't gone past the crumbling wall, and you didn't really explore the second room with the bodies, with the weapons and stuff. But that was you're figuring that's pretty much the same as the other room.
I guess I can. I don't want to disturb the dead, so I guess I can go back and explore that pool room. Or we can all explore it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I say we all explore it. Should be safe.
Cool. All right, so you head back. You're going back through the corridor. You pass the two rooms with where you had found the magical weapons, but now you've had to light like another torch. You're kind of been down here for a while, and again, it's damp down here, and the torch is a little bit flickering, and it's humid. But still somewhat cold. So you kind of come up to the rubble, you climb over it, no problem. It's not really a problem. And you're kind of at the top of this staircase. It's maybe like a 15-foot square platform, like I say, and then there's stairs going down. And if you were to jump off the platform, that's where the water is. But you can take the stairs right past it if you want, and it will continue on past the pool, if that's what you desire to do.
I kind of like look at I don't want to like go down to it, but can I like look at the water and see if is it moving or does it look sterile or what?
Yeah, you look down at the pool of water, and it looks very, very calm. Every once in a while, you'll see like a little bit of movement, and then you kind of like watch for a second and you see that that's water dripping from the walls because it's very humid down here. So every once in a while, there'll be a few drips in it, but nothing seems to be making major disturbances in the water, from what you can tell.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna say we continue past the pool.
Okay, cool. So you go down basically the equivalent of 2 sets of stairs, and as you're getting closer again to the water, you get down to kind of the on level with it. And you just go past it, and you follow the corridor another like 30 or so feet, and then there's another set of stairs, and it's getting kind of more and more narrow. As you move forward, you head down another set of stairs, and you come into another room. After descending the corridor from the pool, you end up at a small underground pond. So there's another one here. So you come in and that's also a pond. So you come forward. You come into this room that's got like a small pond in it. It's filled with dark, sluggish water. A pedestal sits in the center of the pond with a statue resembling the one that you touched upstairs that caused problems. This one's bigger, though. It's obviously very, very valuable. So it's about 20 feet or so into the water. There's a pedestal, and on top is a beautiful gold statue, like the one up above that looks like an octopus. But this one's probably, you estimate this one's probably worth something like 6,000 or 8,000 gold pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, the other one's
that looks like that one that you were talking about that caused you all the ghosts to come out of the wall, huh?
Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna touch it personally.
Yeah. No, no. I mean, treasure means nothing to me. I would just end up donating it, even if it weren't cursed or anything. I'm just glad I got this really nifty spear that's definitely not cursed. That I just really love. I don't think I could ever let this thing go.
Cool. All right, so you're just going to leave it? Doesn't seem to be any other way out of this room. You'd have to go through the pond to explore any further. But, I mean, you can see that it doesn't really go any further.
Yeah. So, like, the only thing we didn't touch was that dead body back there.
Well, and like I told you, dead bodies, you just don't, unless they're animals that we skin. I just don't have an uneasy feeling about messing with those. And I'm also glad that you're like us fellow rangers. You know, we don't keep much in treasure as far as gold. We donate most of ours to help local charities and people with food and shelter. I'm glad you had the same thoughts. We don't need a bunch of gold.
Couldn't have said it better myself, my friend.
Okay, so let's head back to that pool and past it, and I don't know. I guess to the dead body because it's the only thing we haven't done really, unless someone wants to go for a swim.
I told you I don't like water.
Okay. So you go back up and you pass by you go up the stairs again. They're very slick. You're taking your time, and you kind of climb up past them. You know, they're slippery, but you're able to get up past them no problem. And you get to the rubble again. You go over the rubble. You come back to that room, down that hallway, and you enter back into the main room with the king or whatever is on the throne. You know, again, he's got the sword on his lap. He's got a dagger. He's got let's see. So what else? There's the stairs going up to the font with the black liquid in it, and then there's the room, all the urns on the southern wall that you haven't checked, or that whole wall in general.
I'm gonna talk to the king. I'm gonna say, "Hail, good king! We're attempting to place. Would you please to help us to leave your domain in peace?"
Because you talking to the dead guy?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't really see any kind of reaction from him. Just
search. Yes.
sorry.
You said that there were some more urns.
Yeah, you can search the urns if you want to the south. Sure. Yep. So you dig through the urns on the south. You go through that area of the wall. You're checking for anything behind them. You're checking the urns themselves. It seems to be a lot of food that's mostly gone like bad, and then kind of at this point, I mean, like of course it probably rotted at some point, but it's so old that it's kind of dried up again. And there's some what probably was wine at one point, but you just kind of smell like vinegary emptiness in the urns, basically. And you check that whole wall without really any success of finding anything besides that.
Do we still have the cross?
Nope.
Or did it like disappear when I put it in the hole?
Well, it's slid to the side. You probably could have got it if you wanted to.
If I still have it, I'm going to put that cross around the king's neck and see if that does anything.
We have to go get it. You want to go get it?
Let me talk it over with my friends here. Like, so I'm thinking, you know, that cross has been the key to this whole thing. So maybe if we get that and put it around or like give it to the king, show our goodwill, and he'll let us leave this place.
Yeah, and I look towards you and just kind of puzzled, thinking, well, I don't know much about those type of things, so I'm going to leave that to you and Thom. I think maybe I don't know what you should do with something like that.
Yeah, that really is a tough decision. I don't know. Not the wisest myself.
I mean, it sounds good in theory, but I don't know. I don't deal with stuff like this much.
Yeah. What do you?
It has been the key to this whole thing, and those shields that shield you have, it has the symbol on it and everything.
It is a good observation. Yeah, it might be necessary.
Okay, so let's go all the way back and get the cross.
Okay. So you head back down the. You're all going, right? You head back down those corridors, and it's not actually that far, especially since you know where you're going now. Back up those kind of slippery stairs to the original room where the iris had opened up, and you get to that stairway below where it lowered yourself down. You're able to kind of reach up and feel the where you had stuck the cross. It slid to the side, and when you pull the cross down, immediately it starts to close. So you pull your hand down, and it closes above you.
Okay. All right, so back down over to the king's room.
Okay.
And
so
when we, huh?
Okay, so you head to the king's room.
And when I get to the king's room, does he have a free hand open or anything?
He's kind of I mean, there's nothing in his hands. He's slumped over. He's like, so his hands are empty. They're just like hanging there. I mean, it's not. It isn't.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just try to like put it in this necklace like or something and see if he reacts in any way or.
Oh, so you're gonna put the necklace over his neck and like around his neck?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay. Okay. So you do that. You're waiting. Nothing seems to happen. Just kind of silence in the room.
Well, maybe that'll at least put his spirit at rest. I'm kind of at a loss now.
Okay. Does anybody? Everybody roll D6, I guess. What's with that one? Give you some.
2.
2 as well.
Nice.
A 3.
Okay, so you notice that there's definitely some writing or runes on that that font that's full of black liquid on the dais.
Oh, check that thing. Okay. All right, I'm gonna move over to it and see if I can.
Okay, so you look at it and it's got some ancient script on it. Does anybody speak Elvish?
Nope.
Actually, I think I do.
I can barely speak common.
I have bonus languages. I only have one. Can I choose Elvish?
Sure, why not?
I will speak Elvish.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have up to 3 languages, so I'll say Elvish is one of them.
Q. Okay, so you read the text on the font, and it says, "This is the blood well, which will protect the king in the afterlife."
That sounds really ominous. I don't like this.
Okay. Is there any?
High king.
When y'all share that with me, I'm gonna pull out my sword and just you'll see me shake for a minute, and I'm like you. This don't sound good. I don't think we should linger around here much.
Is there any blood in this thing at all?
There's a black liquid.
I'm gonna put my hand, and I'm gonna use the tip of my spear to and pour some blood into this thing.
Did you say you cut your hand, Crystal, and did that, or you breaking up real bad on my end?
Yeah, I use the spear, my new spear, which I love oh so much, and I use it to, then, I'm squeezing, making a fist to put blood into this chalice or whatever it is, fount, whatever.
Gotcha.
And while you're doing that, I look towards Thom and give him a very wary look, like I don't think knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I'd be slowly drawing my longsword in preparation for something drastic.
So you do that. As some blood drips into the black liquid, it kind of like splashes in and kind of mixes in a little bit. Doesn't seem to really do much.
Okay. Said it would protect the king. Well, I don't want to pour it out, that's for sure.
All right, so as you're doing that, and you guys are drew your swords and you're waiting for something bad to shoot out of the well, Thom actually notices that it looks like that this font is not, even though it's on this dais and it's kind of built up, it looks like it might not be fully connected to the ground. Like it looks like it's slightly raised.
Oh, interesting.
It's on, it's a font and it's on a pedestal. It's about 3 foot square. And
yeah.
That 3 foot square block seems like it's slightly raised. You're thinking something so heavy should be flat against the ground, but it looks like there's some space there.
Oh well, yeah. I'd point that out to Pedris and see. Ooh, looks like there's some space there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I'll start peering down as you pointed out, and I don't know. That's It reminds me of some of those magic things that some of those spell people do. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either, not one bit. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I think this is a terrible idea. I don't know. Should we? I don't know. Heck, I don't know. I have no ideas. I have no wise ideas. I'll say that.
Right there. That banana worked you over no
I'm sorry. So, do you guys point it out to me, or do I even notice? Or
Yeah, I mean, if Tom didn't, after he showed it to me, I would say that out loud about what I stated, and then look towards you like, I don't think you need to be messing with that too much.
well, we have to find a way out of here. All other ways back are blocked off now. This
I just don't want
in some way. Unless
I don't want to find my way out of here dead. I'd like to leave alive. I hope.
Well, I mean, like, you know, the only other option is to either mess with this thing or starve to death. We've already looked everywhere else. There's no other answers.
Well.
So maybe let's see if we can push this thing down or away from the wall or up or something.
Okay, you're gonna try to move the font. Okay, so you take it and you're trying to move it, and you actually find that it can kind of spin away, revealing actually a hole in the floor that leads down into a tunnel.
Well, look at that. Look what you found.
It looks like a tunnel over here. I'm gonna hold my torch down into this and see how far down it goes.
Okay.
Wow, that's actually much less terrible than I thought it would be.
Yeah, so it goes down. It's basically goes down about 7 or 8 feet, and then it cuts to the east. So it's basically a crawl space. So you'll have to like you can jump down or whatever, and then once you're down there, you know that you're going to end up on your belly again, crawling. Look at the original place you came in from.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay, you're going to have trouble with the backpacks again. How are you going to do that? Because you're not going to be able to crawl with backpacks.
In front of me.
Okay, so you're going to put it. What about a torch? You're going to go with that
All
torch.
right. Okay, I will actually take my rope, and I'll tie my rope, and then I'll tie the other end of my rope to my leg.
Okay, cool. So you jump down, and you got your torch, and you're kind of putting it in front of you as you kind of crawl on your belly through this tunnel. And it goes on for about 15 or 20 feet, and then it opens up into a space. It's a kind of a bigger cave. It's only about 4 feet tall, but you could like sit up if you want to. But it's about 20 foot round. And in this space, you see 3 dead bodies.
Great.
They are cool. All right, they look like they're probably like adventurers type people. They've got like you, they have a backpack that they're not wearing it because it's such a small space, but they're there, and they look like they've been cut up and slashed to death. But it's been a while because the blood is dried up, and they're basically laying there with like cuts all over them, and each one of them has a dagger in their hand, which also has blood on it.
Are my companions currently with me, or did they stay behind?
I think we would have gone in with you slowly.
Yeah, crawling behind you.
Is the hole big enough for my size guy to get down?
Yeah, you can get through. It's going to be really, again, no backpack. You're going to have to just like, if you want to do what Sister Dia did, you could tie it off to a rope or something, or push it in front of you.
I would come. I would come last then. Because I would be let them get far enough ahead of me in case I'm still worried about getting stuck. So I'd be last.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tight for you with that size, but you made it through the other one, so you'll make it. It's just probably super claustrophobic. So yeah, by the time you get into the room, maybe these guys have already like been looking at the bodies or whatever. But you see that these guys look like they died like kind of a horrible death. And you do see also to the south, the passage continues, and it looks like it's going downstairs.
Okay. We continue down the stairs.
Okay, so
I guess we don't really have any other choice here.
And this is south, you said?
Now you're heading south, yeah.
Okay.
You basically went kind of from the tunnel, which was on the east side of the wall, you went kind of south. From the tunnel went underneath to the south.
Okay, cool.
You're continuing south.
Yeah.
So you continue south, down some stairs. It opens up into another kind of room, but it's pretty much empty. Now it's getting tall enough where you guys can actually stand up, or at least most of you. It's probably like 6 feet taller-ish. So you're kind of crouched. And you head down south a bit more, and then the passageway turns to the east. Goes down some more stairs. You're kind of following it. You're going deeper and deeper. And then you come to an open area that is a large pool of water.
Oh, great. I love water.
Yeah, looks like somebody's going to be swimming.
Yeah, and you can see basically this pool of water is about 30 feet long, and so your torch is just reaching to the edge of it. And you see you're kind of like on the shore, if you will. And you see the pool of water, and then the other side you see like another shore, and you see basically a tunnel continuing on. So you can see that if you go through the water, you could probably continue to move forward.
It's funny that the monk from the Ocean City hates the water.
Yeah, right. You've been in the water the whole time.
Okay, take a breath, and I'll slowly get into the water.
Okay. So you walk into the water. It's about 3.5 feet deep. And you're walking. It's getting a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper.
How cold is it?
It's very cold. Because remember, you're in the frozen north. So you're basically, yeah, it's super, super cold. By the time you're about halfway across, it's kind of almost to your chest. And then it starts to raise up again, and you get to the other side. And you're very wet and very cold, but you see the tunnel continues more to the east with some stairs going down. You actually feel a little bit of a breeze on that side of the tunnel. And your companions probably see you come up on the other side unscathed. Well, they definitely see you because you have the torch. So they're standing in the dark on the other side.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
I look towards the other ranger and say, well, friend, do you want to go next? I'll bring up the rear. If something's stirred up in those waters, I'll try to take it down.
Yes, of course. Now I'll take a huge breath, and yeah, I'll dive right in.
Okay. All right. So you make your way across the water. Really cold. And
yeah.
You're going across, and it's getting deeper and deeper. You're probably trying to hold your bow above so it doesn't get wet.
Yeah, my bow and my sword and stuff. You know. And my backpack. Oh my gosh.
All your stuff, you're basically holding it above your head, and you're across the water. And yeah, so you get to the other side to where the monk is unharmed.
Okay, nice.
How about Tony?
Seeing him make it across, and then probably they wait for me to come on. I'll start slowly walking through the water, and I'm just very, very taking my time because I'm trying to be alert as I can.
Yeah, and you're very tall, so it doesn't go as deep on you. You're kind of working your way across the water. And there's a dragon turtle. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, you get to the other side, and no problem. There's nothing bothered you. You're all on the other side. There's stairs going down, which continue down for like would be almost like another 3 like flights, if you will, and it ends at a door. And this door is covered with elvish runes, which you can read. And in the door, set into the door, is a small cross-shaped recess.
Please tell me we grabbed the cross.
That would have been up to you.
Yeah, I had definitely not.
I took it back from the king when we're going to have to continue forward. Knowing how important this cross has been, I took it from the king.
Sure. Why not?
I totally did. That's totally not metagaming at all.
I'm sure you want to take it. It's not a big deal. So yeah, so you take the cross again, you stick it on the door, and like the very first door you came through, it kind of magically swings open towards you, actually. So you step out of the way, and you look outside into the. It's morning, we'll say, and the snow is kind of let up, and it's still freezing cold, and you're wet, so you're not very happy about that. You still don't have any food, and you're probably don't have any water left, and you're not very prepared for this, but you got nothing else to do but to walk out into the frozen tundra and try to make your way home.
That's interesting. Very interesting. Wow.
You're out. I mean, unless you want to go back in.
No.
If you decide to take the cross with you, the door will close behind you. If you don't take it,
yeah, I'll take the cross with me. Why not? Souvenir.
Yeah, when you pull the cross out, the door swings shut behind you, and you definitely you look back and you see that on this side there's also an indent for the cross where you could get into this means if you wanted to, but you're kind of out in the freezing cold now with your old, and you're wet, and you're probably going to try to find some shelter and make a fire or something so you can get dry.
Yeah, definitely
Exactly.
don't want to get hypothermia. This is probably going to start setting in soon.
Yeah, luckily you're a ranger. You got some torches, so that's probably what you would do. But you realize when you're on the side that you're pretty much on the other side of the mountain, and anything that you had left, like your horses and that stuff, the one horse you had left, wherever I said at the beginning, is gone. I mean, it's on the other side. It would take you a long time, unless you went back the way you came up. It would take you a long time to get around the mountain, so you're probably on foot now. And that's it. You made it through without anybody. Well, no, one death.
Yep.
Yeah, you were chicken the whole time. It's okay. You got 7 gold pieces. That was pretty good. Okay. Oh, cool. I'm going to stop the broadcast. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, thanks for running. That was cool.